Family, you know what's funny? I decided let's start the show because I said, "Oh man, the Saints they got this," and suddenly, if the Saints don't convert in this, if they don't convert in this series, I'm watching this. If they don't convert in this series, you don't want Brady in a 2 minute or less drill with only need for a TD to win. Oh, that would be heartbreaking. We got to deal with these people next week. That's why I said, you know what? This game is interesting. Watching Brady, who has looked like trash most of the game. I look so except for the opening drive. Fair, I don't know, man. Wait, is that a first down? Yes! Game over. No, he dropped it. Damn. Fam, this season's got so bizarre and weirdly exciting. If the Saints ever get an offense, look out, man. These boys, they are tough. So, I don't know. The way things look now, I just don't want. Oh, man. Oh, my God. You know what? Oh, I got a mess here. Let me clean this up real quick. I was watching the game so hard I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. Oh! Ah. All right. Uh, Damn. Okay. Fab. Oh. How embarrassing. I thought I was ready. I will be in a second. Give me a sec. Oh. You see, I'm all shook up watching this game because this game is very. I wanted to think that Brady and company were impotent. They're not. They still got a little fight left in them. Damn it. Whew. I want to win next week because I think this is the toughest game we'll have to deal with between now and the end of the season. I ain't worried about the Hawks. Our defense will shut them down no matter what. Anyway, fam, the topic of tonight is it's Victory Monday. 49ers destroy Miami. Brady sets back. He's got exactly what he wants. Fourth quarter, 2:25. He needs nothing but a touchdown. Oh, it's going to get. Anyway, fam, the 49ers. I know you're watching this. Should we watch this drive? Okay, let's just watch this drive. Brady, fourth quarter, 2:08, 2nd and 5. Brady steps back in the pocket. He's looking around. Of course he's got a target. Another first down. Damn. I know Jimmy's foaming at the mouth, thinking how bad he wanted to beat Brady finally. Mano con mano. Oh, it doesn't really come. It comes down to actually D'Amico versus Tom, and of course Jimmy versus Coach Tomlin. Not Tomlin, but Coach Bowles. So I really don't, man. I don't know what to think, fam, because Brock Purdy, that boy has got. Where did he get that swag? And to listen to what Kyle Shanahan's been saying, he hasn't even been working out that much. He never gets any reps. He may get 2 or 3 a week. Well, a workout. See how many workouts I got? 2 or 3 a workout. Fam. I'm looking forward to what he looks like in about 2 or 3 weeks. If he gets regular reps with the ones and really gets rolling, and him being at one time Mr. Relevant, embarrassed as the last pick in the draft, he's got a chip on his shoulder and a lot to prove. What could happen? We're going to find out, huh? Because I do not want to give up this season. I mean, I went through a depression yesterday. I said, oh, man, what the hell we got to do now? Jesus Christ, how do these things happen? I was like emotional. You know, Nick Bosa was talking about how emotional he was. Shoot, man, he wasn't emotional. I was losing it. I said, man, you got to be kidding me. I said, with this defense and the way we were rolling and finally that offense was starting to click, there was no way anybody's going to stop us this year. Boom! Boom! Anyway, Niners versus Dolphins was a game that triggered so many emotions that you had to be fatigued just watching it. And for the first 3.5 quarters, the contest was nip and tuck, as you remember. And suddenly starting quarterback Jimmy G went down after a crushing sack, which ended the day and his season. Enter Mr. Irrelevant, Brock Purdy. Tonight, we're going to go to the phones after spotlighting the many reasons why the 49ers defeated the Dolphins in a memorable and epic Niners display, doing an ooh la la, an ooh la 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 win. Bobo! It says, I remember when Jimmy G led a game-winning drive at Seattle in 2019 that got us to NFC home field and going 7-1 versus Rams. Get well. Thank you for. Oh, what did we? Let me see. What year? 2019. Oh, 2019. I think it's 2017. Yeah, Jimmy's. Oh, look at Brady doing his thing. Step out of bounds. Oh man, 154 left. You never want to get Tom Brady in this situation. This is what he does, Saints. You should have got a first down, man. And they might score so quick that you guys may not even get the ball back, Saints. The Saints look nervous as hell, and they should be. Tom's already down the 40-yard line. Look at that run. Look at that run. We got to keep them out of this situation next week. You got to get these guys down and lay them all the way into the dirt, throw the dirt in a hole, and throw the dirt on top of them. But Bucs fans are in the stands dancing. They know. They smell the blood in the water. Brady's got 1st and 10 at the 32. Brady fires. Oh, barely caught. Football season this time of year doesn't get any better. After Thanksgiving, it just gets crazy, doesn't it? Man. 2nd down. They're already within field goal range, but that's not enough. Yeah, that's only give them 13-16. 17-16 in the most dramatic win of the year. Brady fires a bad shot. He was in a hurry because of that defensive pressure. Brady's got that look in his eye. Tyrann Mathieu was upset. Tyrann, you got upset last week too, but it was your fault last week. Brady's 32 of 49. Terrible. 244 yards. But you get him in this situation where he's pressed against the wall. Oh, man, then he's like a wounded animal. Then, man, he just starts fighting his ass off. Got to pick it off. Tyrann, you got to pick him off. Another first down. Thread the needle. Oh. Goat Jr. I'll never call him Goat number 1. He can be Goat Jr. They're moving. 41 seconds. Epic Brady finish. Pass it. Oh! Is that it? Oh, I thought that was I was looking at the wrong marker. 31 seconds to go inside the red zone. No, Saints, you can't get your feelings hurt this bad. 17 seconds. 1st and goal. Brady's got that look on his face again. He's looking at his notes on his arm and the selection of plays. This is where Brady goes to somebody that's not even supposed to be on the field. Whew, man. You get the feeling, what are the Saints, were the Bucs lazy or something when for the first 3.5 quarters until they get into this situation? They love this pressure, don't they? Nice catch, Jones. See, those are the kind of plays you got to put that ball up there that every quarterback except for Tom gets criticized about. He's trying to kill the receiver. No, he wasn't. He put that ball right in the right spot. Brady steps back. He's looking for a receiver. He's got him. They did it. Brady came back and won that game. Is there a flag? Wait, there may be a flag. There's a flag. There is a flag. Holding offense. Bring it back. Repeat. 16 seconds. That's you, big man. 76, what the hell are you? Oh, yeah, he got Nick Bosa. Oh, yeah, 92, you should have fell down to the ground and let him just tackle you. But then if he gets there, maybe Brady doesn't get to get that throw off. Oh, they was coming after Tom. Brady's back a little further. All that does is give him a little more room to operate. You got to miss this one, Tom. No, drop. 12 seconds to go. Can they pull it out? I'm a bet against it this time. Why? Because as I said, the Saints defense ain't no joke. We for sure know. These guys are terrible. Yeah, well, Brady, they're going to send the farm for sure. But you better not go like, cover the receivers. Take him down. Oh! 8 seconds? Oh, Brady still got life. 3rd and goal. The Saints are on the sidelines biting their nails. Taysom doesn't know what to do. He's grabbing his whole body. He's everywhere. Brady's looking over his options. Todd Bowles has been looking all pissed off all game long and suddenly spraying to an expression that says, "We got this. Come on, Saints." Still an issue, another timeout. Probably called by the Saints. I haven't got my earpiece. Brady comes over to talk. No, it's probably called by the Bucs. They come to the sidelines to talk it over. Who's in first place in this sorry division? I think is the Bucs by a game. Julio Jones. They got everything you need to win. Some of the best receivers in football. And Brady. That's why I gave the Saints credit, man, because you know it's tough. That's a lot of Hall of Fame talent out there. Mike Evans, Julio, Tom. Then you got the running back. Okay, you guys got get him. Oh, you didn't get him. He's gonna. Oh God! Ah! They did it. Damn. We got to stay out of a 1 minute situation. We got to stay out of a one score with a minute to go, 2 minutes to go. Brady will do this every time. As long as he's got the weaponry, he will do this every time. All right. Oh, God. Cut the feed. It's disgusting. Jesus. Well, as you know, fam, Jimmy G is out for the season, and we'll be rolling. Let me get into some of the details here. What a game. He missed it? Oh, yeah, it's over. 17-16. What? There's a flag. What could that possibly be about? That's got to be against... What are you doing, ref? The Bucs are clapping. It's got to be against the defense. And even if you do move it back 10 yards, they don't care. They'll still kick that field goal. Game over. Brady's taking off his hat. He's walking toward the locker room smiling. It's over. Saints lost a heartbreaker 17-16. Anyway, fam. What did the Niners do to the Dolphins yesterday to make this victory Monday so possible? Niners improved to 7-8 all-time against Miami, including a 4-4 mark at home. The Niners have won 5 consecutive games for the first time since 2019, weeks 5 through 9. And you remember what happened that year. The Niners improved to 3-2 against the AFC East under head coach Kyle Shanahan. The Niners are 5-1 through their first 6 home games for only the second time in the last 4 seasons. And you know what it was 4 years ago. 49ers defense. The Niners defense held the Dolphins to 17 total points on the day. That was the top offense in the NFL. The 49ers clowned them. Get out of here with that 17. Baby, that's all you get. And you got lucky to get that. These D-Fiends have now held the opponent to 17 or fewer points in 5 consecutive games. That is the longest streak by the team, allowing 17 or fewer points in the same season since doing so in the team's final 6 games of the 1992 regular season. The defense registered 3 INTs and a 3 sacks against the Dolphins. And by the way, San Francisco's 3 INTs versus Miami were the most in a single game by the team since we're going back to 10-25-20. At New England, 4 INTs. This particular performance marked the first time since 10-27-19 versus Carolina. 3 INTs and 7 sacks that the Niners registered at least 3 INTs and at least 3 sacks in a single game. That defense is real. The D registered 4 takeaways on a day, 3 INTs and 1 fumble recovery, the most by the team in a single game since 11-29-20. At guess who? Horns up. Get them horns out of here. 2 INTs and 2 fumble recoveries. Jimmy Ward. Dub was on fire. Oh, he 5 tackles and an epic INT of Dolphins quarterback Tua T. The INT marked his 2nd of the season, but only the 6th of his career. But he's so much more than just INTs. Demo Lenore. Enter the picture. Diablo Lenore intercepted Tua T, marking the first of his career. He finished with 1 tackle and an INT. He has now got some street cred. Before, we've been always wondering, is Demo enough to put on the other side? Ooh. Fam, every week you have that one spotlighted moment of Demo where he really crashes, right? He didn't have one of those moments yesterday. Demo's getting better and better. I said this a couple weeks ago. Demo's getting better every week. I don't know if anybody's noticed. But we get one moment every week, and then this week we didn't get any moments. There will be more probably. But Demo's starting to grow into that spot and getting better. Fred Warner, All-Pro, registered 3 tackles, 2 PDs, 1 INT of Dolphins quarterback Skyler Thompson. The INT marked his 1st of the season, 4th of his career, and his 1st since 10-25-20. So, all right, Fred, all I wanted to see was everything else you do. The INTs, they will come. Nick E. Bosa. Charlotte's baby boy registered 3 tackles, 3 sacks, and 1 forced fumble. Nick now has 14.5 on the season and 39 in his career, the 8th most in franchise history. The 3 sacks marked Bosa's 2nd career game with 3 or more sacks, and his first single 10-27-19 versus Carolina. 3 quarterback Kyle Allen. Kyle Allen. Who's it? Kyle? Who? Oh, that's the guy we played that year in Carolina. He was taking over, and he was supposed to be the next big sensation in Carolina. His 9 games with 2 or more sacks is the 4th most recorded by a member of the Niners since sacks became an official stat in 1982. Nick is now mentioned in the same sentence with Niners legends like recent entry to the Hall of Fame, Bryant Young, 22 sacks, Aldon Smith, 13 sacks, Charles Haley, 13 sacks. His 39 sacks to his first 4 seasons as a member of the Niners and trails only Aldon Smith with 44, 2011 to 2014, since sacks became an official stat in 1982. And Dre, get off my lawn, Greenlaw. Oh! Dre finished the day with the team high 8 tackles, 1 PD, and a fumble recovery return for a TD. Greenlaw now has 2 career fumble recoveries, 11-27-22 versus Nolans, and 2 career TDs, INT return for a TD, and Detroit, 9-12-21. Is Don Burnhouse? Don! You remember that? Greenlaw became the first member of the Niners with at least one fumble recovery in back-to-back games since Kowalski T accomplished the feat in weeks 10 and 11 of 2019. Greenlaw became the first member of the Niners to return a FR for a fumble recovery for a TD since DJ Reed Jr. versus Arizona back in 2019. Brock Purdy! You know, I went through a depression yesterday, and I started feeling sorry for me, the 49ers, and you, and everybody else. It got dark. I mean, I said to myself, man, what the hell are we going to do? Forget about it. Brock Purdy completed 25 attempts for 210 yards and 2 TDs. Fam, did you know Brock put that ball up 37 times? I didn't even realize that. What? You know what that means? Kyle Shanahan, you know how he does. You know he does not like his quarterback throwing that many times. And he didn't even, 37 times. Bro, you know what Kyle said? I'm going down. I ain't going down looking like no fool. Stop running these guys into the back of the defensive lineman or offensive lineman and try something, Kyle. You had nothing to lose. You made me proud of you, Kyle. Damn it. Purdy registered the first TD pass of his NFL career on a 3-yard TD pass to Juice. He didn't try to run it. Throw the damn ball. He's right there, Kyle. Let him do it. He did. And no, do not talk to me about Baker Mayfield. He is not coming here. Can you imagine that if the 49ers panicked and did that? Kyle didn't mention me. I've always been impressed by Baker Mayfield. I'm not really that interested. And can you also imagine how pissed off Nick Bosa would be to see Baker Mayfield coming in his locker room? Christian McCaffrey, C-McC, registered 17 carries for a team-high 66 yards on the ground and 8 receptions for a team-high 80 yards. He was the main weapon. At 80 yards, had a TD through the air. The reception TD marked the 3rd of the season and the 20th of his career. With 146 scrimmage yards, it gives C-McC 40 games with 100 or more scrimmage yards since entering the NFL in 2017, which is tied for the most in that time frame. New Orleans Saints running back Calvin Kamara 40 games. C-McC became the first member of the 49ers to lead the team in both rushing and receiving since Raheem Mostert back in 2020 versus Arizona, 56 rushing yards and 95 reception yards. C-McC recorded his 20th career game with at least 8 receptions, becoming the 3rd running back in the Super Bowl era. Gives you goosebumps, doesn't it? With at least 20 such career games, it included Larry Centers, 21 games, Marshall Faulk, Hall of Fame, 21 games. C-McC has 60 career games and at least 75 reception yards, which is tied for the 3rd most such games, while running back in the Super Bowl era also includes Marshall Faulk, 23 times, Ronnie Harmon, 19 teams, Keith Byers, 16. This is why a workhorse coming over from the Carolina Panthers should join this unit. It doesn't take a lot to devastate a team if they just get it rolling. C-Mac's looking more and more comfortable. Debo has been comfortable for years. George Kittle, forget about it. He knows what he's doing. Ayuk has come to join the party. There's got to be connection. They've got to develop some chemistry, though. Ayuk and Brock have got to get that together. They've got to get it together quickly, too. Juice registered 3 receptions for 12 yards and a TD. The 3-yard reception TD marked his first of the season, the 14th of his career, and his first since back in 2021 versus Green Bay. And Jordan Mason, the guy we've all been talking about. Mrs. Mason's baby boy registered a career-high 51 rushing yards, including a career-long 19-yard rush on the day. And if Coach Kyle Shanahan would just let that boy go, Kyle! Let Kim play! Let CMC do what he does. But you let Jordan run the damn rock. He's reminding me of you-know-who, Elijah Mitchell. If you run him, it may not make a difference if Elijah heals up for a while. Come on, Kyle, get a clue. And Robbie Gould, the gold standard. Gold was straight money. See what I did there? The gold the gold when connected on 36 yards, 43 yards, 47 yards, and 48 yards on all field goals. You do the math. How many points is that? And no missed PATs. He hit all three of them. Robbie Gold came to play. Ooh la la! With 15 points on the day, Gould is now the 10th all-time point leader in NFL history. Robbie is the only active player in the top 10. Brian Culp, and I know you're sitting there smiling. Fam, are we going to be okay? Are we going to survive? Because for all intents and purposes, we beat one of the best teams in the NFL shamelessly. And Brock Purdy was a part of that picture. As long as that defense is out there, fam, there's always this opportunity and chance. Big Show, didn't I tell you Tampa's good and you laughed? Not many of us laughed. Everybody knows the Bucs are dangerous. As long as Brady's running around out there and people put him in a position where all he's got to do is score one time to win a game, you might as well just go ahead and walk off the field. May as well. He's going to do it. Hey, Dre, come on in, fam.
What up, Ronbo? Long time no hear, man.
Yeah, it has been. How you been doing?
Oh, man, I've been great. I just had that baby.
Oh, so was that right? You just brought
a
little Dre into the world? All right.
Yep.
Congratulations.
You're at that. Thank you. So, yeah, I just came in here tonight to say that was a hell of a game.
Whew, man.
I was watching it with my pops.
Yeah.
It was 3 generations that we were sitting there watching it.
And the baby was doing it too, right?
Yeah, until Jimmy got hurt. And then my pop was like, he said, turn him around. He don't need to see this shit.
I mean, Jimmy just got buried.
You know what? But you know what? I honestly think that Purdy played the best. I mean, I'm not saying the best he can play, but I say he played a great game because Kyle sunk his teeth into him. You know, I heard you mention that he ain't really had many reps with the starters, and he ain't really been around. He's been around Kyle, but he ain't been around Kyle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Kyle has to work with him, not directly.
Yeah, exactly. So, I feel like that's why playing backyard football with Kyle, you can see them, each quarterback, they play a hell of a game. You know what I'm saying? When they come out there and there's no scripted plays for them, play a hell of a game. So I think Purdy played a great game for him to be a third-string quarterback in the last pick of the draft. He got some dog in him. That boy got some big cojones. That boy got some bites.
Dre, one thing, he's got 4 years. So, he didn't leave the draft, leave college early. He's well polished, actually. So, actually, I guess there's no reason to really feel surprised. I think that we dropped that far in the draft because of his size. He can play.
You know what I'm thinking, Ronbo? I think the 49ers, we're thinking, us fans, the faithful, we're thinking about the wrong thing. It's not more about can these players play as far as the quarterbacks, because we see that they all can play in some way, shape, or form. Yeah. Either Trey can throw out the numbers and not in between the hashes. I mean, he can, but he can't at the same time. He's not great at it. He's more great at throwing outside the numbers. Jimmy, he okay at throwing in between the numbers. I could see him throw outside the numbers sometimes too. He all right there too. He ain't shabby, and then it's Purdy. He shit. He looked pretty nice there yesterday, Ronbo. In and out the numbers. He looked pretty damn nice. But I hope Kyle don't kill him,
And start putting restraints on him.
Yeah, putting restraints, only passing it here, don't throw it here, throw it here. And it's like, you see when he did that with Trey and Jimmy, what that looked like and what it led to.
It dilutes their game, and all of a sudden they're so focused on trying to please Kyle that they lose their own character and personality. And that's why I kept telling people don't understand. Those quarterbacks are good quarterbacks. They just can't do what they want to do.
Exactly. So I feel like we looking at the wrong thing, and ain't that can they play? Trey can ball, Jimmy can ball. It's proof is in the pudding. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Even Brock can ball. It's all about can Kyle let them ball? Can Kyle keep them upright without calling a play that's gonna get them hurt? And stop trying to make them feel like they have to have a Superman play like Jimmy and Trey did. Each injury this year, they felt like they had to be the Superman of the team. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, Kyle gonna be looking at him sideline on the sideline. And it's like, man, let Purdy go be Purdy. He lit Purdy out there yesterday being himself. So let's just pray that Kyle let him be him. And as long as as long as the quarterbacks can be themselves, they're gonna be healthy.
Yeah.
The moment they get to try to be what Kyle wants them to be is when they get hurt. And I know it's Monday Night Raw, so I'm gonna let everybody get up in here. The defense played great. The team played great. Excellent win, y'all. Prayers up to Jimmy. I thank him for everything he done for us, man. And I'm out.
All right, Phil. Good to hear from you again. And congratulations on that little one, too. All right. I'll be back, Wednesday to see what's going on. It's going to be an intense week. All right, Phil.
Oh, yeah, I can check you out now, Ronbo. You too, man. Yeah.
All right. Night, Dre. And let's go. Hey, K-Boy, come on in, man, and finish what you started yesterday.
Yeah, Ronbo. I think we'll be all right, man. Like I said yesterday, I was encouraged in what I saw in Brock Purdy. It's hard to say that he didn't do his job because he went out and he basically played the whole game. You know, basically.
Second quarter.
And so
second half. Yeah,
we can't. Yeah, we can't go into next week. You know, saying he can't do it again because he basically won that game for us. You know, I mean, Jimmy got us down there before he got hurt, and we kicked the field goal, and we were still down. So if we still looking at a defense that still only gave up 20 points one time this year. Through 12 games.
They're scary.
And I think he's well capable enough to get us at least 20 points a game. That's 3 touchdowns. And then if the defense give us a turnover or a pick six or something like that, they're just adding more gas to the fire. So I think we'll be all right. And everybody's starting to count us out good. Let us be underdogs in. We'll go under the radar. This team. One thing I like about how John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan, how they built this team is we don't need an all-star quarterback to keep winning. I mean, our defense is our main thing. And as long as we don't get a lot of injuries on that part. Now, I know we lost Ridgeway for the rest of the season, but he could be back. Is
that right? He's got a pec strain?
Yeah.
Is it a complete tear or strain? But anyway.
I heard it's a tear, but it's not. It doesn't need surgery. So he's going to be out for the remainder of this year. Well, the remainder of the season, but he should come back.
He was becoming a rotational piece, So
right, yeah. So I mean, we got Armstead back. So, but it's still. I mean, he played good while he was in there. So. His name got called out a few times on TV. So, he made some plays for us. So.
Oh yeah, he did. But, and when you get fresh body like his, big as he is, that's gonna be missed to a degree.
Right. So, and I think we're gonna see how resilient our team really is based on the defenses that we're about to see. If we can make it through these next 3 games with Tampa Bay, which got a decent defense. We just seen a while ago. Even though they played the same.
Decent defense. I was worried about that. And Big Show, that's what I was talking about. I don't know about Brady in the offense, but that defense ain't getting enough love. Yeah. They are dangerous.
Yes, they are. And so if we can make it through that, and then we playing. Good thing about Temple, we getting them on the short week, so they on a high right now.
I forgot about that. They got to come to us.
Yeah, so that's in our favor, and then we got Washington. Washington defense they pretty good too.
I'd rather play the Bucs than Washington. I'm serious because right now the Commanders are scary. They're real aggressive offensively, and you know about the defense. That's going to be a tougher game than this coming up against the Bucs. I know.
Yeah, and then we got to turn around and get Seattle in Seattle. And Seattle always played them. They always play good in Seattle, So and their defense ain't bad either. So
and they're improving too, which is really funny. Pete
Right.
Carroll, I tell you,
So
the man can coach.
he can, and given the situation, they could be for the division right there.
Oh,
For us to clinch the division
K-Boy, who
at
do they
that time.
play
So
next Sunday? The Hawks. It's about time they had to
the
play
Hawks,
somebody.
they do
Anybody in the
they play
chat?
the Raiders?
Oh.
I don't know. I forgot.
Well, you know what? That's okay.
I don't know.
Because the Raiders beat I think they beat the Chargers yesterday. If they
Yeah,
have
they
to
did beat the
deal with
Chargers yesterday.
Devontae,
I
shit,
could be wrong though.
we got to deal
I'm
with
just
Devontae. I
yeah,
know they have the Raiders on their schedule
yeah,
somewhere soon, though. You're right. I think.
I know they do too, but I
No,
can't
wait a minute.
remember when.
Wait a minute.
But
Wait a minute. They had the Raiders last week, and the Raiders beat them. Remember the running back in overtime?
oh yeah, that's right.
Went
In
coast to
overtime,
coast.
yeah,
Damn it! They're running
he
through
went
with
like
the
90
Raiders.
yards. That's right. Yeah, that's right. I remember that. Yeah. Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting if we can make it through that series. If we make it 3-0, that'd be great. But 2-1 will be good, and if we stay competitive and depend on how the offense looks and everything, but we got so many weapons, man. I really not really too concerned about it, to be honest with you. I mean,
Yeah, the
it
offense
just
is.
don't.
They just got to get together with Brock. That offense is ready and loaded. C-Mac is just really all he needs is for the other guys to do their job. I'm seeing right now he's starting to take over the team. He'll take it from there. Interesting.
Yeah.
It used to be Debo's
Yeah,
team.
it is.
It used to be George's team. Now they work for C-Mac C. And
Yeah.
I know they ain't mad at that. They're glad to have somebody come and take some of that load.
Yeah, they just want to win. That's one thing I like about this team. They don't care who gets the touches. They're not jealous of one another. They all for each other, and they just want to win a Super Bowl. And the only teams I really worry about now is really Dallas and Philly. But we have one thing: we have a strength that they have a weakness that is running, and they running defense is not that good for both of them teams, and we can run.
And
So,
we can keep up with either one of them's defense. Fam, we going to go, K-Boy.
Right.
Always good stuff. I'm telling you what, I'm looking for you Wednesday. See what Kyle's cooking by then. And, tell him what's going to happen this week. have a great night, fam.
You too, Ronbo.
Thanks, K-Boy.
Later.
Dinner Head says, who do you want? 49ers a sign of another team's practice squad back up Purdy. Today is my birthday and a chance I can get a birthday. You know what? They've already saw Josh Johnson. They've already brought him on over. So I don't know if they're going to look any further. Baker Mayfield just got cut loose by the Panthers and everybody, oh, get Mayfield. No, Kyle, I don't think so. I think this team, I want to see Purdy one more week. And if there's somebody, because you know what? I didn't think he'd be that confident, cool, and effective. He looked good. After I came out of my funk and I looked at it again, I said, you know what? All he is Jimmy Light. I mean, he can move around a little more. That's not a bad thing. I'm going to accept this. All right. We got one up here, too. Dead ahead, thanks. Okay. I was moving on too quickly. Deadhead wants a birthday. And you know how much I love to sing. Yes, indeed. Singing. I've been singing since yesterday anyway after I came out of my funk, singing ooh la la. Should I add an ooh la la to this? Happy. Happy 7 and 4. 9-time birthday for Deadhead. Happy birthday. Happy Niners. Deadhead. Happy birthday. Good timing too, man. Happy Niners. Birthday. Deadhead. Get ready to go 8 and 4, baby. Get ready. I believe they can do it. Big Show says, did Brock do well? Yes. Let's be real. No one prepared for him. This game belongs to our D and CMC. They deserve the credit. They do show. But you know what you got to really appreciate? nobody knows anything about what's coming in the next 2 weeks. Now, Todd Bowles is sharp, and he'll be looking for our boy next week, but I wonder if they can really do anything about it. Deshaun, I'm going to see you again. Deshaun, what's up? Brock Purdy will take us to the promised land. You know, the 85 Bears did it with a quarterback that was questionable, but they had a defense a lot like ours. Fly guy, fly guy, fly guy.
Ronbo.
Thanks for those contributions, by the way, guys. Fly guy. You can continue where you was, Lester. You know, I was like really distraught, as a lot of people might imagine. I don't know how I feel about Jimmy. But then I went back and looked at the game, tried to cheer myself up. And, you know, if Kyle doesn't mess with him and put too many constraints on him, he's got some ad lib in him. And, you know, that shot that he took by that defender and hit George Kittle perfect. I've seen Jimmy G do that same shot with the same result. If he can do that again, I'm going to stop worrying about him. But if I got enough about what I think, what do you think? Because we had to cut it short yesterday. You got any more thoughts you want to add from yesterday?
Yeah. Remember, I was telling you, like, every decade a new star is born. I'm like, Brock looked like the next Tom Brady. And Rumble like, oh, no. Let's slow down. You
Well, yeah,
forgot
well, you went
like,
too far with Brady.
like,
I mean, you could have compared him with somebody else. But, I mean, he definitely looks good.
yeah. So I say every like, decade, somebody come out, like, or whatever. But I've been saying he looked like Tom Brady. I'm like, baby Tom Brady. Rumble was like, oh, man, that man dude. From the pre-
Wait. I just want to correct you on that. I agree he could be special. But your comparison to Brady, no, I couldn't go with that, fam.
No, I'm not.
That's a little too much.
I'm not comparing him. I'm not comparing him to Brady. I'll say he looked like baby Tom Brady, meaning like.
Oh, because he came
like
in and didn't look like nothing, and all of a sudden, yeah. Well.
Yeah, like the next.
Okay,
The next,
I can go with that.
Passer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He did look like that in the preseason. I'm like, but I never seen he had a chance to play, and I kept him on my fantasy team since the season started.
Really?
On the bench because I was thinking when Lentz got hurt, then I add him. Not in the beginning. When Lentz got hurt, I add him because he was backing up Jimmy G. I'm like, there's a chance I want nobody to pick him up. Jimmy G might get hurt, so I kept him there. And look at now, I'm going to start him next week.
You know what?
So I've been at him like
that boy's very poised, very calm, and
Yeah,
it doesn't look like anything rattles him. And he looks at it when he makes a mistake. You see it in his face. He's a perfectionist. He thinks that he should always be perfect. That's a good thing.
Yeah. I like Brock. And next year, I feel like we should bring back all three back: Trey Lance, Jimmy G, and Brock again. Because if we didn't have all three this year, the season would have been over with. So
Actually,
why make
that is true, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So why make that mistake next year and let Jimmy G go, and then Trey Lance get hurt or Brock, then we don't have a third option.
And Jimmy G can be had for real cheap right now. They want him.
Yeah. No,
but you know what?
Jimmy G.
All three of those guys go against one of the best defenses in the league. They should be good.
Jimmy G don't care. He'll play for us just the same incentive they gave him like this year, because he hurt too much.
And
every time you touch Jimmy G, he's gonna get hurt. It's
especially
like
if
the
he
way
gets
you keep Jimmy G
tackled
healthy.
to the dirt. If Jimmy gets tackled to the dirt, expect him to come up a lane.
Yeah, that's what I said. But he did take a bad hit. But some players don't get hurt. You feel me? I don't know why. Like Brady, look at Brady. He's almost 50 years old.
Or Josh
He's
Allen.
not getting hit.
Josh Allen's taking some nasty hits. Or Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson got hit more than anybody in NFL history. Taking down the ground. Yeah. He's been out once, I think, due to pain. Right? And this year he was out for a minute.
And look at Lamar. All he do is run.
Yeah,
he never hurt.
Lamar does get hurt. Lamar's out now with pain. Lamar was out last year. Lamar needs to quit running and hand that ball off sometime. Run when you need to. Don't run all the time. He's been out for the last 3 years, I think, for at least a game or three or four.
how is Josh Johnson, the backup they signed?
Well, Josh knows. Josh's been around for a long time. He actually been with Kyle. This is his third time with Kyle. That's why Kyle went and got him, because you don't have to teach him anything.
Really, I don't really like black quarterback. I don't know why.
Wait a
That's how
minute,
racist.
Fly Guy, you did not say that. Fly Guy, you're gonna get tore
No,
up
I
in
don't
the
like the
chat.
style. I don't like the style they play. I'm
Oh,
saying I don't like the style they play. It's like a run first. I like a pocket passer like a Tom Brady. I don't know, for some reason all the black quarterback always run. That's why I said I don't
okay. You
like
know what?
really
We
black
should
quarterback.
we should probably just move on. Okay, what else you want to add to this? On this, okay?
Yeah, that's about it.
Okay, good. All right, Fly Guy. Tell you what, I'll be back Wednesday looking for you. Okay.
Uh,
All right, fam. Night. Okay. Hey, Ovader.
What's up, Ronbo? What's going on? Sorry, it took
Va-
a little long. The last comment kind of got me there. A
I
little
know
bit.
it stunned me too.
Anyways,
I'm glad he said
yeah,
he.
just move
Oh,
on. Let's
let's
I
move on.
don't. This
Okay,
is not.
yeah,
Let's move on.
because
Yeah,
like I didn't. He didn't mean it like I think it sounded. Okay.
yeah,
Anyway,
yeah. Me too. Exactly.
yeah. Vader,
but
you
Brock
know how we did
Pretty,
yesterday.
man,
Who?
looking pretty.
I'm telling you, I really want to see
I
him
really
get
like
some
him.
real work in. And Vader, he hasn't been working with anybody. He's been standing around there taking notes. They go over the program with him at the end of practice. Yeah.
Apparently he hasn't been, but maybe that's why he's healthy. Maybe Jimmy G's gets hurt a lot because he's got to practice against our defense.
Well,
I
Jimmy
mean, we're
can't.
beasts, man.
He
I
can't.
know. They're not hitting them or anything like
No,
that.
no, he can't. He
Dude,
can't take a tackle to the ground. Every time that he gets tackled to the ground, something happens. It
well,
seems
Ronbo in his defense, that was ugly. You know, that
it
knee went
was.
straight down on that foot and he kept going forward. But kind of made the thing a little. I watched the game again and come on, refs, you got to blow that whistle. You know he's not going anywhere. You got two
I know,
guys on
right?
him.
And that's why I wish
And
he would go
it's
down
like,
too. Jimmy, it's
geez.
over. It's over. Stop struggling. It's over.
And
Oh,
then I seen also a couple of plays that Mason, you know, ran some for some big yards. There's six guys on him. Can somebody blow the whistle for the? I'm just hoping that he doesn't fumble the ball. It's like the
yeah,
play's been over. Come on, help me here. Come on, ref. But
yeah.
I did see that during the game. But what I did notice from Brock is that pass that he threw to CMC and he dropped the first one. It was right.
Oh,
It was a
right on the money,
pinpoint.
wasn't it?
It was right on the money, and he dropped it, and
It
he
got a
still went
long
back.
gain.
He went back. He went back to him, and that was like, was that Kyle? Was that Kyle? I said, no, dude, you drop a pass like that, you got to teach the player. You know, you got to take a play off there for a little bit. He got to think about what the mistake he just made, especially in the end zone. And
You
he went
know,
right back to him. He scored, which, you know, I don't care. We got the points.
you
But,
got to keep going to
you know,
CMC. Yeah,
yeah.
He
You
makes a
see,
mistake. Just keep going.
just keep going. Right. Of course. But no, he looked good, Rombo, and you know, and the a couple, I think a caller stated it also, is that we didn't get a quarter of oh my God, he saved the game. He played mostly the entire game.
Yeah, all the first. Well, most of the first half, and all the
Most
second.
of all the second, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think he did very well. I think we're in pretty good hands. I like the way they're giving us the underdog card now, and you know
I
we
know,
won't
right?
make it,
They
which
said
which
that
I
the
like.
49,
So
that pretty much wraps it up. No, it doesn't. It does not wrap it up for our Super Bowl chances. Let's wait a minute.
exactly, and dude, just big shout out to our defense, man. We're down corners, and these cats are coming up, stepping up, and it's wow. I'm just amazed, dude, with the amount of injuries that we had on defense.
Hmm?
We don't have our top guys out there. Imagine if we just had Verrett out there. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Uh,
even Emmanuel Mosley, please.
Mosley,
I
thank you.
mean,
Yeah.
oh,
I mean, we
Mosley
can
and
go at
Verrett.
this all day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I still
Imagine
know
what
what's
kind
going
of
on
defense.
Ambry.
I know. So basically, the defense that we're seeing now isn't our total full defense. These are not our star players.
Mm-hmm. Can you imagine?
I mean, our rotations per. I mean, that's wow. That's ugly, and you got to face that every week. It's going to be interesting, but I know we've got our hard game. We got terrific Tom that looks like if he won the game coming in next week. And I want to get your thoughts, man. You think we'll be okay? You think Pretty will put on another pretty performance?
And you know why? The only reason I feel that way is because of his demeanor. I think he can be trusted. He's very sharp out there. I didn't see him do anything nervous. I didn't see him do anything stupid. I mean, all he needs is some training in the program. Fred Warner said he trains him up all the time. Fred says, "Yeah, we give Brock hell all the time. If he makes a bad throw and I work him, I mean, hey, come on, Purdy." I said, "Fred, really?" So he's been through the gauntlet. Okay.
I think he'll be okay, but I just want to see what his deep threat looks like. He might get it.
Well, no, he doesn't. He doesn't have that kind of arm. But
you don't think so? I seen him in a couple of college films, man. It looks like he does have an arm.
Have you seen him go downfield? I don't. I seen him throw one yesterday that I thought might have been questionable with his arm. I hope he does have an arm. I haven't seen him do it yet. If he airs one out and hits Ayuk, game over. 49ers, they will roll. He's a fast read. I really think he might be a fast read because the fact of the matter is he hasn't learned that much. He's just been paying attention. He's like Nick Mullins with skills.
Exactly. But hopefully, like you stated before, Kyle cuts him loose because there was a couple of plays that Ayuk was like wide open, and he went to his first read.
Yeah, give him.
See that. You got to give him a little space, Kyle. Just back up a little bit, man. Let him roll out a little more. Give me some bootlegs, man.
I think he did that on his own. He escaped pressure a couple times, but
yeah. Exactly. He did it on his own. Correct, sir.
Yeah, I'm looking at it 2 or 3 times. I want to see what he looks like as he develops going forward with more reps, because that may be what he's all about. He's been college 4 years. He's seen everything at the college level.
Yeah, Ronbo, and he also got to play a lot in preseason, which Jimmy didn't.
Yeah.
So he knows the playbook. So I think we'll be okay.
We got to go, fam.
I know we do. But quick question. I heard Cam Newton was knocking on our door.
He could stop knocking.
Exactly. Him and Mayfield can go find themselves, huh?
Exactly.
It's weird. But all right, Ronbo, are you going to be on tomorrow or Wednesday? What do you got?
Wednesday.
All right, brother. I'll see you Wednesday. I'll let you go the way I always do. Letting it go and ready go. Radio Ronbo Sports. Shout out, Big Show all the time. TNT, Trez and Trey. And congratulations to the new family of the Niner Empire here, Dre's baby. You have a good night,
That's
Ronbo.
right. Yes. All right, fam. Appreciate you, fam. Night.
All right, brother. Bye-bye.
Listen, guys, you know what? I realize Fly Guy probably said too much, but you know what? There's a lot of people that feel that way that don't necessarily have anything to do with not liking or liking black people in general, but maybe just don't like quarterbacks. Because honestly, as black people, you and I both know and admit this to the truth. When your favorite basketball team, if there's a white guy on it, did you kind of flinch? I think there's a lot of this. I don't think necessarily he's a racist. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I did not, as somebody pointed out, Rumble go let racism go. He didn't call him any names. He just doesn't prefer black quarterbacks. My mom didn't like black mechanics on the car. This is just one of those things where not necessarily a racist comment, because I thought my mom was racist about that as a kid, but she wasn't. She just liked a certain kind of work. Hey, as a matter of fact, let's bring in Papa Dragon. Pop.
Hey.
Bob, I hope you got my note on Twitter. Production, I thought I told them about you, and I found out you didn't say anything. I thought I did. Bob, you read my note. From now on, you are the guy at half, okay?
We're good, man. Hey, we're good. Hey, look.
Right.
Hey, I'm glad you over the depression. I know we quickly moved through racist comments.
Because the chat was going nuts.
Big shout out. Big shout out to Jimmy Garoppolo. It's tough being the best backup quarterback in the league. But one reason why you're a backup caliber quarterback is because you can't stay on the field.
Yep.
Everybody plays hurt. Everybody has something to deal with. But the
truly franchise quarterbacks, they stay their butts out there. It's just the way it is.
Mm.
So,
Well, he did that last
obviously,
year, but I guess the leg, that's just too much pain.
no, I'm not saying what I'm saying is that for the amount of money that we paid him, we only got one season out of him.
Actually,
So
true.
So what I'm saying is, and it's not all on him. I mean, he's a small pocket passer. He's not a 6'5" pocket passer or 6'4" like Tom Brady is. He's 6'2".
Is
so
he
he's
that
a
tall?
small pocket passer.
Yeah, I thought he was 6'1".
Jimmy Garoppolo 6'2". He looks shorter than that. Jimmy G 6'2". Tom is 6'4".
Yeah, I knew Tom was tall. Tom was
Tom's
taller
tall.
than 6'4", though, which is funny. I guess because of his body
It,
build.
it looks like he's taller than 6'4". Anyway, definitely, I think that the player that affected the game the most yesterday had the worst stats, and I think that player is Armstead. That really forced a lot of high balls coming out of Tua yesterday. I know people saying, "Oh, Tua had a bad game. He was missing." No, he was missing because he was worried about getting
That
hit.
defensive pressure.
That's
it
why
was
he
bugging
was
him.
missing. Yes, there was pressure. He's a short quarterback. Armstead's like almost 6'8".
That's
Those
right.
are
He better be glad Kinlaw
yeah,
wasn't
exactly.
there, too.
So
yes, he couldn't see.
exactly. Well, see, even Kinlaw is something I'm worried about. It's like I don't even know if he's worth bringing back because I think he's just going to go right back out.
I do too. I've already said that.
That's just me. I just think he's going to go right back. I don't know if I would use that designation on him. I would probably sit him. No offense to Kinlaw, it's just that your knee ain't right yet.
Yeah,
it's just not right yet. So, obviously I've been having all kinds of discussions trying to dig up what I could dig up, and I haven't really been able to dig up a whole lot. But I will say this: that the 49ers are looking at every quarterback avenue moving forward. That also includes Trey Lance. They have not shut the door completely on him yet, but it is really close to being closed. And most of that is the medical side of things. Now, everybody heals differently, but the prognosis for him was that Trey Lance was supposed to be a full go or get full clearance February 2nd. He probably could get cleared in another couple of weeks from what I'm told. That's how quickly he healed, how completely he healed up.
Hey, he's 21. Was he 21?
22. 22. So that's an issue, but don't be surprised if they look at some other quarterbacks. Now, remember, CMC had his best years with Cam Newton next to him. This is a running football team with a good defense. If I'm the 49ers, I am bringing in every able-bodied quarterback at least for a workout. I have to show I have to show people that, hey, we're committed to this season because they've already put so much into this season that you got to look at some people. You just can't just sit there and say, okay, we got JJ from the Broncos and we're good. No, you're not. You are not good. If you really think you're going to take a 7th-round draft pick, no matter how good he looked, and he did pass Miami with flying cover, but remember, Miami's a 24th ranked defense. They blitz all the time because they have to.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they play. So they're still ranked 24th. Okay?
And maybe less
So
now.
that being said, yeah, well, probably. but that being
yesterday,
he's gonna be tested. And the thing I worry about Purdy is I don't worry about Purdy as much as I worry about our center and our right tackle.
Oh, I forgot about.
I worry about them even more.
The center and the quarterback.
I worry about that quite a bit. I'm concerned about Purdy staying healthy because he is a small dude. He's not even 200 pounds.
Pop, hold on just a second. Jack, don't do that, guys. Okay, I you know what? Let's Fly Guy. Let's not let that be ignition for remarks like I just saw. Guys, don't do that. There's no bigotry allowed in here. Now, I understand the Fly Guy was out of line, but I got a feeling it wasn't like we think. I'm gonna talk to him tomorrow next time when we see him. But listen, Don't I don't want any racism. I don't want any bigotry. Leave gay people alone. Don't do this. I'm telling you, don't. I'll give you
Yeah,
one
come on.
warning.
Let's keep it positive. Let's keep it positive.
God, come on, guys.
There's
Be
enough of this
adults.
dark
Be
shit in the
adults,
world
please,
already.
guys. All right. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Phil.
there's enough dark shit in the world already.
Yeah.
Yeah, so real concerned about just Purdy's size. But he's got so much around him. I see where there is optimism. I'm not surprised that he played well against Miami. I'm not, because he ran the scout team and he was running Miami's offense, which is our offense.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really like we had two quarterbacks getting first team reps last week to a certain degree, right? So he's running what Miami likes to run and giving our team a good look. But what I did notice is that more of the playbook, a different part of the playbook opened up for Purdy. There was quite a few snaps under the center. There was a lot more play action. There was a lot more rollouts.
Yeah.
So I saw a little bit more. We got to the goal line. He's trying to throw it in there.
Yeah.
And there's different things I saw.
Yeah. And he got it done. Pop, you know what? You got so much good stuff, but we just can't get it all in. Okay, Wednesday, though, bookmark it.
I know.
Let's get back to it on Wednesday.
All right, man.
All
right. Hey, everybody in the chat, you guys, have a good night. Chill out.
Yeah, please, guys, chill out. I mean, it's not that vicious. Fly Guy is one of those honest guys who doesn't know where to put the mark, okay? I do not think he's racist. If I thought that for a moment, I would kick him.
It's his opinion.
Yeah.
It's a sucky opinion, and it is a sucky opinion. If you can play the game, you can play the game. That's what the bottom line is. I think I'm going to say one more thing, I'm getting off, because I know everybody's got to get on. But had I known that Shanahan was going to play Trey Lance the way that he played Trey Lance, he should have took Justin Fields.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Isn't that a good point?
That's all I'm saying.
And honestly, there's a lot of people who don't like mobile quarterbacks, and I think that's what Fly Guy was referring to. And most black quarterbacks are mobile. Fly Guy, remember, though, Mahomes is black, so you can't say that's not the thing. Yeah, Pop, all right, Phil, I'll see you Wednesday.
Yes, sir. We're out.
All right, Phil.
Yes, sir. All right, man.
All right. Howard, hoof. Howard, where you at, man? It is late. I just realized after Monday Night Football, and it's late now. Hey, and let's ask you, what time is it, Norm?
It's Niners all day.
Norm,
it's Victory Monday.
I tell you, man, we're celebrating, and it's so funny, but we're celebrating, but we can only celebrate so much. It's that kind of smile where you just got out of the hospital with a hernia operation. You can't laugh too hard because the stitches is hurting, or whatever they closed you up is hurting.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, it's we just got a big punch to the gut, man. Just a big roundhouse kick to the gut.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Garoppolo like that, man. Regardless of what everybody says, and the guy, when he stepped up to his role, he went in there and did his thing, man. And they got us looking really like we really relevant. Like nobody wants to smoke with these Niners, bro.
Not with that defense. And that is serious.
That's that defense, bro. This defense can carry anybody. Like this, you can have. It don't matter who you are, anybody else. Anybody can get it back there who knows how to play quarterback. And if you got experience with Kyle Shanahan's system and you smart enough and you ain't scared to go out there and take a hit, obviously we see what happens.
Don't be scared. You can do it.
And get you some swag about yourself. Like, man, why Brock Purdy look like somebody who you see on Varsity Blues, bro? Remember that movie, Varsity Blues?
No, he looks like that dude they cast in them kind of movies too, don't he?
Yeah, them high school corn-fed football movies, bro.
Yeah.
But he's not. Everybody says why he fell so low is because he's not the guy that you would just look at and be like, oh, that's the guy. But
Yeah.
that was probably a good thing for us because it's like, hey, we found this dude out of nowhere. Come on over here and figure it out. And man, I tell
And he
you,
did.
bro figured it out. He figured out. He went
Norm,
out there and
the
did
thing is,
something.
Norm, you being Norm, you say you're 6'4"?
I'm 6'5".
See,
6'5",
you have no idea what it's like. The weather's like down where Brock Purdy is, right? So the thing is, them dudes walk around that in his case in football, he's got a small man complex. Some of the worst guys I've ever dealt with playing ball were small because they're
Like
angry
seen
and they
it.
got something
You
to
seen
prove
it
at all
when
times.
he threw that touchdown. You seen when he threw that touchdown and Trent Williams came up to him, gave him his props. You seen how small he was.
I know he's little,
Yeah,
but
compared
he's out to
to
prove
seeing
something.
like a Trey or a Jimmy G out there getting props from the linemen. You see him, they kind of match up to him. Brock Purdy, yeah, man, I did
I
it.
was so proud of him.
But he stood tall though. Man
Yeah, he
stood
did.
tall though. That is what gets me. I was watching the highlights. I'm like, okay, man stood tall. And not only that, it was like, cool. He wanted that so he can get a feel for the game. I like that type of quarterback that wants to get smacked around so you
Mhm.
can know what getting smacked around feels like
And he
so you can
said
get
it.
up
You're
and
right. He
realize.
said after I got that first hit, I was ready to play. What? Look at him.
So,
Tough guy.
so
All
Rombo,
right.
peep this. I was listening to your podcast when Brock came in, and I know you was like, see what this man can do as far as his arm, and he got 37 tries.
And that
That says a
tells
lot
you
about
everything.
how they believe in this man. They threw this man in the wolves and gave him 37 attempts at throwing the football.
He survived. Big time.
That's cool. So
Woo!
now you got the whole defense behind you.
Yep.
You got the defense, they're already playing stellar. And now you got to go up against these guys every week, what you've been doing. I feel like it's just like this is a prime example of somebody who's confident enough. It's confidence, preparation, and just and consistency. It'll pay off. If you got everybody on the team talking about, yeah, he'll be all right. He'll be all right.
He will. Norm, I really firmly feel that way. I need to see him one more time because it's almost still unbelievable what we saw yesterday. But Brock Purdy believes in Brock Purdy, and if that he does, he could be dangerous.
Yeah, and he's and Tom Brady, seeing what he put up tonight, if he feel like he gonna come up to Levi's Stadium and handle something, Brock Purdy just might have a chance to make yet another storyline. You went up against Tom Brady and did something.
See,
All you got to do is put up more than 20 points, 20 or more points.
See, and that's
And
the thing.
that
Which
second
one can
half,
do it? Because Tom ain't gonna
yeah,
have no easy day either. So he thinks the Saints gave him hell today. Wait till next week.
yeah. Brock Purdy put up 17 in the first half, 9 in the second half. And that was just like, you know how Cal Shanahan be slowing down on offense and that. And the guy went out there and still was able to manage enough to keep them ahead, to keep the team ahead. And that's what I think that's what I was looking for somebody who was, just got thrown in the wolves like that.
Can he
So,
stand the heat in that kitchen? Norm,
so
always
he gonna
appreciate
have
your
some
fam.
heat. He's gonna have a lot of heat this week though with
Yeah, he
Tampa Bay.
is.
So we'll talk more about that. And I appreciate the whole team effort, and I appreciate everybody just holding. Remember back when we was like everybody thought they had no hope, and now look at us 8-4.
I know, right?
That's all I gotta say.
And
it's Niners all day.
Norm, appreciate your family. It's always love when you get in here. I'm looking for you Wednesday too.
Yes, sir.
I know him. And the Big Show says, lastly, I'm a firm believer in second chances. I know you aren't the biggest Mayfield fan, but CMC played with him. Well, they did, didn't they? For a minute. You think John asking CMC about Mayfield, I won't be mad if we put a claim on him. Honestly, other than Baker Mayfield has also taken a team with a great defense to a playoff situation, didn't he? I just wonder, honestly, Big Show, I wonder how, I guess Nick could be persuaded. Nick, we're going to run this by you first, just to see your opinion. Baker Mayfield on your team. Are you okay with that? I can see Nick pausing. I really can. Oh, hey, Jalen. Jalen, my dude, Jalen. CMC's 5'11", 205, Purdy 6'1". I thought I heard Purdy was about 6'1". Jalen might be tied up at the moment. Was Jalen? Jalen, can you hear me? Production says you're on. Maybe something going on with your phone.
Can you hear me, Ronbo?
Now I got you. Jalen decided to zoom in on us. Come on, zoom on in here, Jalen.
Yeah, I'm in here. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, my earphones
clearly.
messing up. But I just wanted to devote my time to my three quarterbacks. First, let's start with Trey Lance.
All right.
Ronbo, back in 2019, when Quan Alexander tore his pec, didn't they say it was a season-ending injury, or did they just place him on IR?
I can't remember which one it was. Apparently, they only put him on IR because they brought him back at the end of the season, right?
Yeah, they brought him back in the playoffs. I thought
it was kind of a miracle he came back, though. Okay.
I'm just saying, like, is it possible for people with season-ending injuries to like be bought off IR?
It's happened before.
Well, I mean, I think Trey. I mean, if we really lucky, I think Trey can come back.
Maybe
because
it's Kyle's call. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to if he medically cleared as well.
And
then Brock Purdy, kid, you looking good. Just Kyle, he's smaller than Jimmy and Trey, so Kyle, you got to be mindful of that.
Dude is fearless, though. Fearless.
Yeah, he's fearless. And he got the reps, Ronbo. Like, he got, I think they said he had like 13,000 passing yards at Iowa.
Oh, yeah.
So he's been throwing the ball.
He had no reps here, but yeah, he had him in school. 4 years.
That's crazy.
True
like the
freshman all the way to
him
senior.
And Trey.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the experience difference between him and Trey and just college is insane. Like, that's insane. But and then last but not least, number 10. Ronbo, this might be the last time we see Jimmy Garoppolo in the 49ers uniform.
Might be.
And I'm not gonna lie, it hurt. Because I've been a 49ers fan, I think, since 2012. I ain't that old, so, I ain't really know football that much.
You around for Kaepernick just a little bit.
Yeah, just Kaepernick. And for a while, we were shit, Ronbo. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, we were.
And then nice, handsome-looking man from New England came over. Yeah. And all of a sudden, the 49ers were being talked about on ESPN again.
And in the mix for the championship.
And in the mix.
Yeah.
Say what you want about Jimmy G. He lost us that Super Bowl. He hit that throw. He signed for another 10 years, and we're not even talking about him right now.
True.
But I'm grateful for him. I'm thankful that he brought us back relevant. He couldn't stay on the field all the time, and that's why we had to move on. But to say that he was a waste of a pick and of time, that's crazy. Yeah. Jimmy fans, Trey fans, we can at least be grateful and say thank you for bringing us back to relevancy. That's what he did, Ronbo.
Yeah,
that's what he did.
You know what his biggest quality might be that nobody talks about very much, except for the players? Jimmy's leadership qualities are a large part of the success of this team. The players talk about it all the time. They like the way he comes in and prepares, his professionalism. And as I said, the key ingredient, unlike Baker Mayfield and some quarterbacks around the league, every guy in the locker room loves Jimmy. So they come in with that kind of right attitude, and they play hard. That's a valuable entity.
Yeah, I just want to say, man, 10, if you ever watch Ronbo Sports, Jimmy, thank you. We ain't gonna never forget you. I'll never forget you, man. I ain't gonna never forget what you did for me. You made football for me back enjoyable because Ronbo, Chip Kelly, and Jim Tom Sula, and the way Kyle Shanahan was looking at 2017, football was just hard for me. It was, and it wasn't going nowhere.
Tom Sula and Chip Kelly, we knew before the game, Jalen, that we was gonna get an ass whooping. We knew.
Yep.
Yeah.
The only good things about those time periods, Ronbo, was DeForest Buckner and Carlos Hyde. That was the only good things we had going back then.
And the draft.
Only good things
because it was always at the top.
And the draft pick. We couldn't even hit that right sometimes, but But I mean, man,
it was bad.
God, man, just Jimmy, thank you for what you did, dog. Thank you, Brock Purdy. Hold it down, and Trey. I hope it's not gonna be. It might be a QB controversy, Ronbo. Purdy really does good and takes us on a run. That's gonna be
Hey,
hard in the man.
Jalen, and for the reasons you stated already too, if Brock Purdy comes in and looks like he's got a lot of moxie and carries himself like some kind of a veteran due to the fact that he's got all the experience in college, if he comes in and eats up the program really quickly and Kyle gets comfortable with him, yeah.
That's gonna be tough.
But Trey's got the inside lane because he's a first round pick. But then now Kyle's gonna be looking at Trey like, well, you got to perform. I got a kid here that I can win with. That will
That's
be
what
the
I'm
problem.
saying. Yeah. Ronbo, Kyle ain't never really cared about draft position. He'll play a undrafted rookie of a third rounder any day.
Well,
so.
then there's that.
So I mean, I don't know. Hey, Trey's ankle still hurting a little bit. We need to run Purdy for like at least another 6 weeks. I can see him doing that.
Yeah, Kyle seems pretty serious about looking for somebody else. We'll find out. Well, anyway,
Ronbo,
go ahead. What do you say?
Let me get an honest shout out from you, Ronbo. I got a little emotional talking about Jimmy, man. I got a little emotional talking about Jimmy. I ain't gonna lie.
I hear you, fam. You know what I'm saying? Because we're on the way to the Super Bowl. Niners! Jalen! Have a great night, fam. Oh, man. And, hey, yo, RG. Vader wants stop talking about the past. We've all gotten over that. Some of us have blacked it out. That was some terrible time, wasn't it? RG, I hear some noise. I don't hear you though. All right. Burrows owns Mahomes. Don't spam though. Okay, please don't do that. We understand. Congratulations on winning, but don't do that. Hey, let's check back on Howard. Howard Roof. Tim said, I don't care if Purdy takes it up and wins a lot, then stick with Purdy. Make Trey and Jimmy fight for it. That's fair. I mean, it actually is. And if they can't take it, you can't do it. Hey, Tony.
Ronbo.
Tony, there's always controversy in the Niner Empire. And
of course there is.
And this year's we've got a new episode to add to one that was already ongoing. I mean, it's an adventure being a 49er fan, Tony. What do you think of this? I know you got in yesterday, and we had to cut it short, though. Whatever you were going to add to that yesterday, please continue.
Did you hear the news today, Ronbo? Did you watch the press conference with Kyle?
Yeah, that one he did over the
phone or whatever it was. Well, he said that Jimmy's foot might not even be broken.
Well, he said I remember him saying it wasn't as bad as they thought it was, because I think Matt Mioka or somebody asked him how many bones are actually broken in that foot, and then that's when he elaborated on a little further. So
he said, well, might not be broken. They still got to look at it. I haven't got 100%. He was in the meeting today.
Yeah, I know. I was glad that, because that made the other guys feel better. Didn't they say he ran off the field?
Yeah, he jogged off.
How do you jog off the field with a broken foot? And then he went and sat down, and he showed him sitting there wincing. So they're waiting for more further reports. So you're right about that. I forgot about that.
But what pissed me off, Ronbo, was he told me to go and watch the game when I got home, and I watched the game.
Yeah.
And the other guy that called, a couple of callers ago, said, I've got to bring all these quarterbacks in. You can bring as many quarterbacks in here as you want, as long as bloody that buffoon on the right-hand side is there. They're all going to get killed. Right? Because when I watched the game, I seen McGlinchey standing there looking at these two guys riding Jimmy like a horse, and I thought, hit the mother.
True.
Hit one of them. Push him over.
That's a good thing about the offensive line we had back during Harbaugh's time. They would not put up with that. I mean, the Rhino and Anthony, man, they would hunt these guys down for the whole game. We don't have any dogs like that anymore.
He just stood there and watched them.
In horror.
He didn't do anything.
I know.
Yeah, he just stood there. And I thought, you idiot. You could have smashed one of them, bowled them over.
That's your quarterback.
Tipped them over to the side.
I mean, go over there.
That wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
He helped the guy come around. I shouldn't be laughing because
No, I saw that.
and
McGlinchey was escorting
think
guys into the
Shanahan-
backfield. He does that all the time. Every week he does that at least once or twice, and I always catch it.
if that
God.
guy's still on the team next year, I'm going to have a spaz attack. I mean,
Oh.
and I think Kyle let the cat out of the bag. I think he said, "Oh, don't worry, Jimmy will be back." And I went,
Well,
"What? Jimmy
yeah,
will be back?"
Yeah,
What are
but
you talking about?
he said he'll be fine, like as if Kyle's always sending
No,
mixed
he
messages.
Yeah, he said Jimmy will be back. He'll be fine. And I thought, what are you talking about, Kyle? What do you mean he'll be back?
Tony,
But,
you and I've had
look,
this discussion before, and I told you before the season started. Kyle kept answering with abstract answers about what they were going to do this year. And the whole time I was reading through it, I said, oh, why did Kyle say that? Just say Trey's your guy if he's your guy, Kyle. Yeah, why won't you say that?
Yeah, well, but
He never would.
we all know he's responsible for Trey's injury. They're
Yeah.
running him like a bloody running back in between the tackles. What kind of a madman are you? You know what I mean? He's your quarterback. He's supposed to be your quarterback. You got bell cows there to use as running backs. What are you
Right.
running a quarterback?
What are you running your quarterback for? And he did it twice until he finally, like you said, got creamed.
He got creamed, and he's got to pull his head in. I mean, I was proud of Brock Purdy. He had a hell of a game, and I'm just scared that after Shanahan seeing what he's capable of, he's going to put the restrictor plate on him.
I know. Yeah. Kyle wants to learn his offense. If I had it my way, he'd stay away from Kyle. And whoever he's been working with before yesterday, just continue working with that. If it's Greasy, if it's whoever, just show him the plays, Kyle, and back off. Don't start. You know,
Let the kid
turn
play.
these guys into them.
You know, we've been saying that about Trey. We've been saying that about Jimmy. We've been saying that about, like all the quarterbacks. And just let them play, Kyle.
Yeah.
You're gonna look good in the end when they win. If they win the Super Bowl, they're gonna say, "Oh, Kyle's a top coach."
Just run the plays, but stop turning those guys into eunuchs and let them continue to be the guys that they are. And if you want to incorporate your program, okay, but don't take away everything they do naturally and do well.
Oh, look what McDaniel. What's his name? Rather, we just
Mike
played
McDaniel with Tua. Yeah.
Tua. Look what he's done for him. Just let him play free. But
We're gonna find out.
I think I'm looking forward to the game against
Brady. And
Brady.
company? I know. It's
and
scary.
company.
Because Brady's still intimidating. Just his presence scares the shit out of me. So we're gonna see you next week. Oh
Yeah,
my
well,
God.
what scares the crap out of me is that right hand side.
Oh, McGlinchey.
And what are we going to do? Yeah. I mean, the guy's got to go. He's got to go. He's more of a liability than an asset.
Tony,
You know
I'm
what I
trying,
mean?
to,
And
I'm trying to remember the edge rushers and the Bucks. Do they have killers? I know they have one side. I'm not sure. We're gonna. I'll tell you, as usual, our time ran out already.
Mahomes is not. Even Patrick Mahomes isn't subject to injury. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Ronbo?
So
you need a good O-line.
It's always Tony. We gotta go. We started late again. I'll look for you Wednesday again. Always love to hear from you. All right. I know. How's that house coming? You okay with that?
No, I've still got contractors running around here and there.
All right.
We'll get
Tell them to
there.
make sure to wipe their feet off before they come in, though. All right, Tony.
All right, brother.
I'll see you Wednesday. Cheers.
Shout out to everyone and see you in the next chapter.
Cheers, Tony. All right.
Cheers, mate.
And let's go check out on Levi. Hey, Levi.
Yo, Ronbo. What's going on?
Levi, man, being 49er fans, we've always got things that are going on that, it's like watching a mystery program, We're always trying to figure out who did it, But Levi, just a statement that I just parallels what's going on with the 49ers at all times. Levi, we got Brock in there. Have you given up on the season? Do you feel like we're going to be okay as long as you got that defense behind you? Are you throwing a towel in? Where are you at on this now?
Well, before I say that, Ronbo, I feel robbed.
How come?
I feel robbed
And I feel robbed because I've been telling you about the game I've been looking for all season. There's only one game, one regular season game that I've been looking for all season, and it just got robbed from me.
Jimmy versus Tom. I was too. I knew he was going to be. Oh, that was going to be a game.
I'm like, dang, man, you couldn't wait one more game. Wait a minute.
No.
If you want to be poetic, get hurt in the Seattle game and let Brock Purdy come and win that game.
It embarrass the Hawks even more. You know, just don't get seriously hurt. Just get banged up for a week, or take you out for a week.
Yeah, and then I was like, dang, because I kind of always miss the first part of the 49ers game for some reason. I always get distracted.
Keep doing that. The 49ers always look like BS in the first series. Every week they look like ash trash. That's the Niners. Why do you guys have to play like this for the first series every week? Every week. So you didn't miss nothing.
Well, Ronbo, here's what I think. Would you rather them play good and then trail off or at least end well?
Exactly. I agree.
As long as they play well in the fourth. As long as they play well in the rest of the game. That's all I care. Yeah.
I just wish they could play 4 quarters. That's all I ask. They ain't going to do it.
Who do you see consistently play 4 quarters?
Nobody. I'm asking too much. I know.
Okay, then. What makes you think the 49ers going to do it?
I'm just wishing and hoping. I'm asking for too much.
I know. All you need to hope for is they play well enough to win the game.
Put it this way, Levi. I'm watching Trent Sherfield run the full length of the field after one snap. I said, Lord, have mercy. And I told people before the game started, look for the 49ers to royally screw up in the first series. They do it every week. Just brace yourself, get ready. Don't overreact. They'll be fine. They did it. Bam! And Sherfield's going to go all the way. Oh, I just lost it. I'm telling everybody else to stay calm.
Well, you tell everybody to stay calm. You can't stay calm. You should have said, okay, it's good. They got to have that thing that's a wake up.
Yeah.
You know. But, yeah, that part of thing, because I missed it, and then I see Brock Purdy, why is he in? And then I saw because, I kind of went away from the game trying to look, what happened to Jimmy? Because, I was looking at Fox Sports on the app first because I was busy doing other stuff.
Yep.
And I saw that Jimmy was sacked, and then after that, I just see Purdy was in. I'm like, dang, what happened? So I'm there looking, and then I see him hurt. I see him, oh, God. Well, maybe he'll be okay. I saw him, because first I saw him, they showed the scene, him sitting on the front. He was still on the sideline. They were stretching his feet. I said, okay, maybe he's just out this game. But then I saw him get on the cart. And then I said, oh, it's over.
And when I saw him make that face on the sideline when he's sitting there, I knew the pain had set in. He might have been in shock at first as he sat there. You know how you do when you get really seriously hurt? You don't feel it for a minute, and then all of a sudden the pain comes rushing in. Yeah.
Well, he was on that cart, Ronbo. When they don't bring out that
unless
cart,
you cannot
unless
walk.
you really hurt. Yeah, you can't walk.
Hey, but Levi,
then my head say,
wait. Remember Matty B, though? Matty B got carried out on the cart. I believe his head was hanging over the edge of the cart. He came back about 15 minutes later and ran the ball. He's the only person I've ever seen do that.
Okay, but we know Jimmy is not that guy.
He is not, Matt.
You know Jimmy.
No.
So I did. Then I tried to say, well, Jimmy's kind of soft.
Yeah.
Or at least he had a soft pass. So maybe he just, he didn't want to risk anything. I heard, you heard things that Jimmy don't like to risk. Like, at least in the past, he didn't like to risk stuff. So maybe he just got him thing.
Yeah.
Then I heard he's going to be out for the season. And I'm like, dang. Because at first I'm like, okay, well, maybe he'll come back. They somehow they downgraded to a foot injury. I said, okay, well, maybe he'll be back around the end of the season too. But then they said he's out for the rest of the season. And I'm like, oh, man.
You heard today, though, right?
Not gonna.
Now it seems they're not sure of the original diagnosis. Kyle's sounding as if they need to get another look. I don't know.
Regardless, he's not playing the game I want. So
he ain't definitely ain't playing this week. No.
Yeah, he ain't playing. No, he ain't playing that. He's gonna miss. Even if he comes back, it'll be end of the season or whatever. Worst case, best case scenario. But Ronbo, I listen to Brock Purdy's confidence. He said some stuff I like. I'm not completely out on the season, but I'm not surprised everybody's counting us out. Everyone's supposed to. If we weren't 49ers fans, we would have counted ourselves out too. We would have said, whoa, good thing the 49ers lost Jimmy. But because he's the last pick of the draft, it's something that just doesn't happen. And not many people want to be like, if you're in a major media, you're going to be that one guy saying, oh, yeah, Brock Purdy going to do what no other person in the history did.
You can embarrass yourself.
So my hope is
Real quick.
DeMichael Ryans is – okay, last thing, I hope DeMichael Ryans is feeding this 49ers defense. Let's be legendary. Yes, we said all those other legends did
like
with
that.
lesser quarterbacks. But you can do something that they didn't do. They didn't have a quarterback that came in at the end of the season. They had their quarterback, at least quarterback for the whole season. So, they were, they was in the season, so they knew well enough. This guy just came in around the end of the season. So if they win a Super Bowl with him, they could be the best defense of all time.
It will be legendary. Levi, let me see you Wednesday, fam. I'll be looking for you. I always appreciate you.
All right. Bye.
Night, fam. That's what I love about the call-ins. Everybody's so emotional. It's just fun. Anderson.
What's up, Ronbo, baby?
Anderson, man, we're just, we being 49 fans, it's hard to sleep for usually the whole football season. So here we are again, another situation. Anderson, the Brock Purdy showed you that maybe you don't need to think otherwise. Whatever path we were on, he can still drive us there and drop us off.
Yep.
So, but what are you thinking?
Oh yeah, I think. Oh yeah, I believe he can. He can do it. He can do it because. Oh yeah, as far as he got an arm. Yeah, he got an arm. He did. In the preseason, he showed it off when it was a pass to Ray McLeod to the end zone.
Oh, that's right.
He got an arm.
That's right.
He got an arm.
And don't forget that shot to Willie Snead. I'll never forget that Willie dropped.
Yeah,
and I was glad they got rid of him. Yeah, I said, "Come on, Willie."
But some way he snuck back on the team, huh?
But they got him out of here again too. So.
Oh, all right. But yeah, another man, fly guy, man, you out of line. But hey,
yeah,
I understand what you're saying because I be watching Josh Johnson. He always looking to take off the run. And then when he throw the ball and he mess up, he always want to get up and smiling and laughing like, "Oh, you fucked up. What you smiling for?"
I know.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying. But
because you know what?
Anyway,
he went. What's that guy that played for Denver too? That went to play baseball. The big white guy, left-hander, mobile.
I know you're talking about.
Anyway. Now there's a mobile quarterback supposedly.
Oh, you talking about how you say him?
I know, right?
I can think of his name was Stephen A. Stephen A. say my friend.
Yeah, no, he's always on. He's not on there that much anymore.
Damn. I know you're talking about. He always used to pray.
Yeah.
Ronbo, let me clear the air a little bit, man.
Okay,
for
Black guy.
Everybody who don't even know who I am, y'all don't know who I am. I'm blacker than black. To say that if I maybe use it the wrong way to say the style of a player, but I put a color, that's a word that just came out, boom, boom, boom. Hey, fly guy this, fly guy that, fly guy racist. How a black man gonna be racist?
Oh well,
it's possible.
Racist, bro.
Yeah, there's a lot. I know so. But anyway, go ahead, make your point. I'm glad you cleared that up too. Go ahead.
Yeah. All right, Ronbo.
All right. Appreciate it, Fly Guy. You just maybe you might want to say you just don't like mobile quarterbacks, because that's pretty much what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, basically that's all it is, because he always looking to run.
We're talking about Tim Tebow, Anderson.
Yeah, Tim Tebow. Yeah. But our defense play. See, they just got this guy by just that one time. So I mean, I ain't worried about the Buccaneers. Tom Brady ain't gonna do that. He ain't gonna have no time to do that against us.
I don't know how the Saints let that go.
Because the defense coming. See, you gotta think about it. Look what we did to the Saints. If the Saints was able to put 16 points on them, and they ain't put no points on us. So they they defense faulty.
Yes, I forgot about that. We didn't let them have no points. They're the shutout.
Yeah, they ain't scoring no points on us. So I'm thinking maybe we probably could shut them out too.
Yeah. Well, even if we don't, they had 3 points. If that's all, yes, that's stop right there. That's enough.
Yeah. That's it. And see the Saints, and I was laughing. The Saints had them. Man, I'm like, that's trash. Them people trash. Fucking New Orleans Saints. Fucking boy lovers.
When you see those dudes, if Saints fans say, where's your wide receivers? The Saints have dropped more points in the last 2 weeks than a lot of teams have scored in months. Now, where's the Saints with their hands? Some discipline problems over there in New Orleans.
Oh shit! Oh, we had Ronbo. I'm hearing all heights.
Yeah, no, I was trying to understand. The Saints could be really good because the defense is on point, but they can't catch the ball. I mean, they're getting hit and dropping passes left and right. I said that's a crying shame. What else does a quarterback have to do? Put the ball right in your hands.
Boy, pretty fast.
Who?
They got some talent. They got who is that?
Olave
and that
Olave.
Dude,
yeah.
Sherry,
Man.
and that other dude, man, I'm doing bad. And man, Brock Purdy, when he gets working. What's up with Danny Gray, man?
I don't know, but he turned a full backflip, from what I understand, yesterday, should I say. So if he could turn backflips, why can't he play? Kyle won't I'm telling you, that's another Trey Sermon, Anderson. I guarantee you. Kyle does not let people play that he thinks is going to hurt him. Trey Sermon did not play. Remember, he was a healthy scratch. Trey stayed on the sideline, was closed on how many games last year? See, I think this may be the same with Randy.
Nah, maybe he might be holding him, might keeping him as a secret weapon. Who knows?
Well, I wish he'd bring him out soon then, because I don't understand that.
Yeah, bring him out next week against these Buccaneers.
Because you could use him to take off, even if you don't want to throw the ball to him, have him out there as a threat.
Yeah.
At least.
Just have him make the defense think twice. Like, what I gotta do? Damn. You
gotta do things different in coverage when you got a guy that fast.
Yep. And I'm liking how Bosa played too. I told you on stage was gonna be one of the really good reasons why we get him too.
He said
just his presence on that D. Oh man.
And he didn't play all day, fam. Armstead was on a snap count. Wait till he starts playing regularly. Yeah. So wait till he starts playing regularly. Man. Gotta keep him healthy.
And that boy Lenore. And see Lenore getting that work on him. He getting that work. So he was covering who was that Hill yesterday. He getting that work.
Gets better every week.
He getting that work. So that's I think all you need is more reps.
Mm-hmm. And he's showing it too. And he's got, I don't know who's coaching, but they're doing a good job, because I think I'm not sure D'Amico coaches him personally, but they're doing a good job with Demo.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And I told you Killer was gonna have fun. He got hit twice on stride. I told you Killer was gonna have fun, but he ain't get. I don't think he got to the end zone though. But
he still was out there.
He should against the Buccaneers, because Devin White, he good, but Killer exposed him. The year we went to the Super Bowl when we played them first,
and that'll continue to be the case next week. White. Anderson, we got to pull up. I tell you what, I'll see you Wednesday, and we'll get back on this, because there's gonna be some more stuff between now and then.
Oh yeah. All right.
Night, Anderson. There he goes. And Victor A says, random thought, but you see what Saints did to Tampa, and our fan base was mad because we put up 13 points. Saints defense is nothing to be played with. Victor, I posted that on Twitter. I said, man, people better realize the Saints defense are not a bunch of clowns. They'll beat your ass. If they had an offense, they would be contending. Hey, yo, Frank. Thanks, Victor.
Ronbo.
Frank, come on in. Let's continue where you left off last night, because you know how we do after the game. You want to add anything more to it?
Yeah. Like when I seen from Purdy, Ronbo. I wrap this cold up my bad, but yeah, I like what I seen from Purdy. He was real, poised. The moment wasn't too big for him, and that's come from him having 4 years in college, and also have a little bit of preseason, preseason reps and everything. So
He's a confident
I
dude,
like
too.
what I seen. And he have confidence, and that's another thing I like from him. So I was very pleased with what I seen. How he stood in the pocket and just delivered that ball to Kittle. I was amazed, what I seen from him.
I mean, he was under pressure when he let that thing fly. Bam!
Yeah.
Hit
So
Kittle perfect.
All that say, we gotta be realistic too. Ain't no film or nothing on him as well. So he definitely gonna, come across different defenses and that nature.
Yeah.
So so I know, coming up Sunday, Bowles, he like to blitz a lot. So he definitely going, that pressure gonna be in his face. So
Kyle's gonna be ready for that. I think the 49ers.
Yeah, Kyle need to let him roll.
Let
him roll out. Don't let him just sit in the pocket. Let him roll out. And I mean, you gotta look at it, man. I don't think the season, over with. My prayers definitely goes out to Jimmy. Appreciate everything he done. Pray he have a speedy recovery. I definitely was pleased with Jimmy's performance this year. As far as how, like I said, Brian Grease, man, was the unseen hero for him, man. You know what I'm saying? And I just think, man, we got to look at it like this, Ronbo, man. Defense wins championships. But
every
you
year.
Also have to.
That's usually the main
But you also
reason.
have, but you also have to, put up points. And this defense job remind me a little bit of the 2000 Ravens when they had Trent Dilfer as quarterback.
Is that 2000, 2002? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, it was 2000. I think it was 2000. 2000 Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, I think it was 2000. They beat the Giants. I don't know. I think it was 2000. 2001. But everybody got to rally around this young man, and well, all we need is this right here. Cal, we can. It's one game at a time. But if Cal can somehow make this work, and this young man, Mr. Irrelevant, what I'm saying? Take us to the promised line.
He's Mr. Relevant.
Yeah. I mean, he's irrelevant. Yeah, Mr. Irrelevant now. But if he could take us to the promised land, man, and Cal can, and just can win it all with him. I know it's a lot asking of him because he's a rookie. But if Cal can somehow make this happen and make it work, you got to put him as the top coach, man. You know what I'm saying? That he did that. So there's a lot asked for, but we got to take it one game at a time. I mean, also, I think you still should, look around and bring in some more, a veteran quarterback. I don't know who out there. I mean,
he brought Josh. He brought Johnson in.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know Josh.
You don't have no respect for Johnson either.
I mean, I don't know.
None of us do.
I was saying,
I didn't see it.
Yeah, I mean, you got to make some calls. I mean, I was saying, thinking about fitting Ryan Fitzpatrick, Phillip Rivers. I mean, get them people calls, man. Just get them a call, see what they say. Is to come back, it's here for the taking.
Too many INTs, but
but he a veteran. You got to make the calls and see. You know what I'm saying? What can the team poised to win this year, man? It's there in the pudding. The defense is remarkable, Ronbo. It's right here for the taking. It's right here, man. It's right here for the taking. It's right here. You can sniff it. Yeah, you can sniff it. We can smell it, man. It's right there. So. I mean, we just got right behind Brock, man. The next man up mentality. And I like his makeup, what he made of. He showed he got that dog in him. The player said, Fred Warner and Nick Bosa. I mean, you can see it, but there's a lot asking of him, because he's going to come against some other, you got to look at the top teams that we got to face, now it's Dallas and Philly. You know what I'm saying? As far as with a nice
playoffs,
defense, you get what I'm saying?
Because Dallas
and the playoffs, when they get to that, get in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So even Seattle gonna come out with Pete Carroll.
Frank, please don't give Seattle no respect. Because Gene.
I mean, I'm not, but I'm just.
Gene D's in there talking trash, boy.
I'm not, but you gotta respect Pete. You gotta respect Pete Carroll.
I do.
They're gonna throw something different because we gotta be realistic.
I know, but I like to throw shade on him because Gene D. But the dude is annoying.
I mean, I throw shade on him too, but I focus on Tampa Bay, man. The defense definitely got to get out the time, man. He done seen it all. So hopefully D'Amico can scheme up something, real nice for Tom because he done seen whatever you can throw at him. So defense just got to be on point. They got to do their assignment because Tom Brady, we can't go down a tight, close game because he gonna march down the field with ease. And what I'm saying, to win the game.
Watching.
So
if all they need is a TD or a field goal, I'll just stop watching. If we get down that point.
Cal got to score. Cal just got to come up. Cal just got to keep him out the pocket, man. Roll out and just don't have this stand in the pocket, man, and taking shots like that. You know what I'm saying? So Cal got to really call a good game plan, put him in position to win. You know what I'm saying? So this is Cal. It's on Cal, man. You know, come on, Cal. You got to call the plays, man.
Frank, we got to go. I'm gonna tell you what. Let me see you Wednesday, and listen, because this week is gonna be special. Man. There's got to be something going on. I'll be looking for you then. Appreciate you, fam. You know that.
Yeah, appreciate you, Ronbo, man. Love you, man. Love you, faithful, man. And everybody, let's stay positive and keep the positive energy, man. You give us the platform, Ronbo, for everybody to come in. Speak day, man. I didn't flag. I don't know you personally, but I didn't take it as you was being racist. That's your opinion. What type of style of quarterback? I get what you were coming from. Yeah. But I didn't take it like that. You know what I'm saying, at all. So let's just stay positive, man. Too much hate crime and violence going on today in the world, man. Let's stay faithful, stay positive, y'all, man. I love all y'all. I don't even know y'all, but we all 49er faithful fans, man. I love all y'all. That's from my heart.
That's the attitude.
I love you, Ronbo. Appreciate you, Ronbo. All right, everybody have a blessed night.
All right. Good night, Frank. And let's go check out the great Bazili.
Ronbo, what's going on, baby?
Bazili, man. We said that, the 49ers, I was saying, it's to be a 49er fan, you know what? To be a Cowboy fan must be a mess, too, because they always got some BS going on. But we always get into these situations where, the conversations just could go in depth. Baz, we got Purdy out there running now. We're down to our third quarterback in 1 year. And do we have a right to feel like we got a chance here? And, Boss, I know you got a number. You said it yesterday. You said 49ers are going to be favored this week. I believe you, too.
I don't understand why, like what you and I talked about before, it's all this fear. I remember a 49ers team that I grew up with watching Alvis Gerbach come in and dominate. You remember that name, Ronbo?
Yes, everybody remembers Gerbach because it sounded like a rock star, Elvis Gerbach.
And he dominated if Steve went down. I mean, come on, man.
It happens.
Look, it happens, and this is a storybook. No matter for everybody that don't like Kyle, because Kyle is the hugest egomaniac, which we all know. Kyle is going to put Purdy in a situation to succeed more than anything because he'll be able to tell Jed and the world, it was all me. It was all me. It wasn't Jimmy. It wasn't Trey. It was all me. See, I took this kid because he wants to redeem himself for all the things that he didn't do, like when he drafted Beathard, everything. So, listen, we don't be
we'll take responsibility for that. It's true. And kept him around for 4 years.
Right. The panic needs to go away. You still there, Ronbo?
I'm listening.
Oh, sounds like we got disconnected. But yeah.
Can you hear me? I'm here. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I can hear you. It ain't no panic in me. I mean, stay calm. And you know what? That kid Brady, I was watching him. He did something real, real subtle Sunday, and I hadn't seen nobody do it since Tom and Joe. He lifts his lips and his fingers. I just observed it. Joe used to do that.
I like that.
Yeah,
too.
Joe used to do that.
That shows you guys that's serious about his work.
Yeah, that he's confident and he's comfortable. So, man, hey, Ronbo, I'm going to just sit back and relax and enjoy the show. Ain't no panic in me.
And ain't no point in stressing out. It's not healthy.
Right.
With that, I will say for the record, I don't want Baker Mayfield nowhere near the 49ers locker room.
Yeah, I agree. Baker Mayfield's got a bad attitude. I don't want him in the locker room and making people mad.
Right.
And Nick Bosa and him pass by each other. And I could just see the breakout already. The only reason you're here is because I gave permission to let you in here. You say one damn word to me and I will kill. Can you see that? I mean, we don't need that.
Yeah, I don't want Baker Mayfield. And, I mean, everybody got their opinion on what they had their opinion on, and I ain't knocking nobody for their opinion, but I just feel like we're gonna be successful. I'm a 49er fan. Who's ever under helm, I'm riding with to the end. I'm ready to go till I'm being cold. I ain't gonna go back and forth with the particulars with everybody, and I'll have my picks for y'all by Friday. So
all right.
That's it, Ronbo.
Looking forward to that.
Shout out to you. Shout out to production. And Fly Guy, hey, it is what it is. He's welcome to feel how he feels.
Yeah.
Everybody else feel how they feel. I ain't mad at him. I mean, that's what makes us all a beautiful people because we're allowed to feel how we feel. But together, let's do for this week. Let's get behind Mr. Relevant because this is the biggest game of his life, his first start. And to be able to say that you beat the GOAT in your first start, I mean, nobody can take that away from you.
You know he's going to be keeping that in the back of his mind, Baz.
Man, you know nobody can take that away from him, Ronbo. Like, what did you do your first start? Yeah, you came in, but that win actually goes to Jimmy. Jimmy started that game. But your first NFL start, you go smack the GOAT in the mouth. I'm telling you, Ronbo, that's almost stealing his mojo, man. That's stealing his mojo, man.
You put that on a legacy. Started my career by beating Tom Brady, one of the greatest of all time.
Started of all time, right? You just go hit the GOAT in the mouth like, yep, my first NFL game, I blew a Tom Brady-led team out. We killed them. We wouldn't need no contest. But fourth quarter, we had JJ in taking reps.
Tell you, that would be so awesome. Well, Boz, good stuff and fun stuff. I tell you what, let's see you Wednesday if you got some time.
I will check in, Ronbo. You know it, bang, bang.
All right, looking forward. All right, Boz,
all
the
right,
great
Ronbo.
Boz Zany. He'll be back to tell us more about who's going to win this weekend. Aiden Barry, the TNT Slayer. Rock with Purdy. Baker will cause drama with Nick. I guarantee you, there's no way that goes back too far and too deep. Big Show. Hey, Ronbo, that's your imagination running wild. You think he'd be a problem child? Show, I don't know. Honestly, Big Show, I'm serious, and I know you think I'm crazy. I don't know that Baker Mayfield has shown me enough. I'm wondering if Brock. Okay, if Baker Mayfield's after next week, if Brock really starts to suck, which I can't imagine, then you take a guy that you got to bring in. You got to teach him a few things. Got to incorporate him. You got to make sure everybody likes him. And Baker Mayfield's not a likable person, Show. I don't think we really need that kind of guy in the locker room. That's my concern too. Hey, Bill.
Baker. I do not think we're going after Baker Mayfield. Baker.
I'm
about to say something that
Dick
has
down
been
together into the
leaked,
locker room.
being leaked,
I'm sorry. Go ahead,
being
Bill.
leaked a lot. And it's not Kaepernick. He'll never see probably another snap in the NFL again. Cam Newton can.
Are you hoping for Cam Newton now?
No, but that's what probably we're going to get. We're going to have to say Cam can.
Bill, we might as well just leave things alone then. Cam looked horrible before Mac Jones took his job. We don't need that.
I know, but, he's going to experiment. They're going to dodge cap. They're going to go with Cam Newton, saying Cam Newton might be the better choice. So we might be looking at a Cam Newton behind Brock Purdy and this new guy, the second quarterback we got, Jordan.
No, we got Josh
Willis or something.
No, Josh.
Josh.
Josh. Now you got to be what? Josh
Johnson.
What? Johnson. Yeah.
Johnson.
Yeah.
How good is he?
Well, he's serviceable. He's a well-traveled vet. There's nothing he hasn't seen or nothing he hasn't done. There's
we
options.
ain't looking at a lot of options here, Ronbo. We might have to roll with Cam Newton. If Brock Purdy can't cut the mustard this Sunday, if we get blown out on Sunday, man, I mean, who else is gonna maintain him for us? We need. I mean, besides Cam's butt fumble, I don't freaking know, man.
Bill, I don't know. I didn't see enough to panic behind Brock. I want to see more of him, actually. I think he's going to be okay. He's not for the next 2 weeks. It's going to be touch and go, but after that, if he's still upright, I see some good things possibly coming from him.
I don't know. He's got a lot to prove to me to show me that I not need to be worried. But until then, I'm going to have a worry.
He's got a high football IQ. I could tell that right away. He's had 4 years of college experience. He's not coming in. Most quarterbacks don't have as much experience as Brock Purdy as they come in as rookies. So that composure you see him displaying out there, That's real. They're not scaring him.
Maybe the kid can do it. I hope he can. A Purdy win would be great.
Yeah, let's give him a minute.
Yeah. I'll sit back, but I'm not going to really. I'll throw a close score prediction on Friday. I have to look and see how things are going. I can't call it till Friday. I have to do a lot of looking into it, and mine be based off of the evaluation of who we might have behind Purdy. Yeah. But they might be going after Cam Newton. There's a lot of leaks.
Bill, I would bet a lot of money against that.
Serious? Yeah. Why would you go get Cam Newton? We don't need Cam Newton.
We don't. I mean, you know how you wanted OBJ? Honestly, I'd rather have OBJ than Cam Newton. Cam Newton brings nothing to the table but taking up extra furniture in the locker room and on the bench. He's not going to be Purdy out. And if he does get in the game, we're all going to be sitting there, oh, man. How much is Cam getting paid? You know, Cam was done last year or year before last.
Right. Back in the day, Cam would have been nice, but now Cam, I don't think Cam can. I mean, but I don't think Cam can. I think his days are done. But, you know, who knows? I could be wrong. He can go out and get signed with the Niners and play a different style. I mean, each quarterback fits better under certain systems. We might see a quarterback under 3 different systems do really bad and get into this other system and wins a Super Bowl.
Unlike Russell Wilson over in Colorado, making the ice melt up in those mountains and pissing because that everybody's pissed off.
The proof. He's only good under Pete's system, Pete Carroll's system. He's a system quarterback. What I call it. Yeah. So I mean,
I called Russell Wilson a first ballot Hall of Famer, and now I'm saying, well, hell, Russ. I mean, Tom Brady went to the Bucs and he could still play football. You got everybody on your team in Colorado mad at you. What are you doing?
It was all Pete. I told people it was all Pete. And they would believe me. It's all Pete. And guess what? Look what he's making Geno look like. He making Geno look like a
all-pro
MVP contender. And, you know, Geno's not that great. So, hello?
Yeah. Well, Bill, we're going to –
Give me a Niner shout-out.
Okay.
I'll see you Friday, not Wednesday, but give me a Niner shout-out.
All right. Niners! Bill! Always fun to talk to you. We'll see Wednesday. Friday. We'll be Friday. All right.
Yeah. Bye.
Night, fam. Oh, there he is in the blue waters of Hawaii. Oh, it's Tony. Tony. How close are you to Mount? Is that Mauna Loa, right? Or not Mount, but Mauna Loa.
Yeah, Big Island, Mauna Loa. No, so I live on Oahu, so different islands. I'm good, but yeah.
Yeah, I thought about it. Every time I see those reports, I said, look at that show. That is like something you would have seen in a Jurassic Park movie, but that's going on right now live in Hawaii. Woo!
Yeah. It's absolutely nuts. It's beautiful. All the photography coming out, and you know, just keep your fingers crossed, everybody out there, that the law stops before it gets to damage either important roads or.
I understand it's getting close to a highway, but I also heard that it's out there forming new islands even as we speak.
Yeah, well, that is a fact. There's this thing called Lo'ihi, which is actually an underwater island that's already forming I don't know, however many tens or hundreds of thousands of years from now, it'll actually, emerge from the ocean. Yeah. But there is an underwater island right now. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. The Earth is still forming. And as are the 49ers. So seems like we're still forming like we have been all year. We got guys jockeying it out. They're hurt. They're coming back. We got Purdy in there, and nobody knows what to think yet. Tony, I know you've given a lot of thought to this because I know you. What are you thinking here?
Oh, gosh, Ronbo, I've gone through the 5 stages of grief, in the last 24 hours about the 49ers season. And frankly, Jimmy goes out, and then you're hoping that maybe it won't be so bad, but then, it's season-ending injury, and the Niners are forced to play the third-string quarterback, which turns out they did a pretty good job in scouting, that for that position this year. And this is our third guy who I think can actually win us some games. So
it looks that way,
credit
though, right?
to that.
He does. He passed
the
eye test so far.
It's amazing that he's a rookie. And the thing I liked most about watching him play was he was getting the ball to Deebo Samuel as a wide receiver. So
right.
he was,
Deebo
running,
dropped
a little bit less.
Damn it. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No. And the other thing, Deebo got that there was that sprint right. Well, he was flushed out of the pocket, went right, and then found Deebo late in the play. And it was a big play. If he had hit him earlier in the route when he was open,
well, yeah,
Deebo might have taken it all the way.
Tony, give him another week. They need to work together, develop that chemistry. I got a feeling that's going to get better.
Exactly. I think so too. And if you look at the distribution of the passes that he was making, and he was throwing to every single receiver. I think McCaffrey, Deebo, and Ayuk all had a similar amount of targets overall in the game. So I'm really liking what I'm seeing. Oh, and then the running game did okay as well. So J.P. Mason was running the ball with authority. And then Christian McCaffrey being the dual threat. This offense can still do some things.
Oh, yeah.
And then when you look at the other side of the ball and you get Eric Armstead back, who really unlocked Nick Bosa.
Didn't he?
And the whole defensive line when he was in. But Nick Bosa had 3 sacks. And on those sacks, you go back and you watch the plays, Eric Armstead is the one who's drawing double and triple coverage or blockers on those plays, and Nick Bosa is seeing a lot more one-on-one situations, and so.
And
really,
Tony, you paint that picture. I just want to amplify on that. The Eric Armstead's creating all kind of the situation was just violent coming up the middle, and then all of a sudden you see Bosa sneak through a crack like a door, coming in as the assassin. Yep. I said, "Look at that! Oh,
it's great.
Woo!
It's great. Well, and then you couple that with the fact that the coverage is playing pretty good, but okay. First play of the game, when there was that coverage, which they found Sherfield over the middle quickly, and he just was off to the races.
Yep.
I went back and I watched that play. People are saying the error was on Gibson's part. It may have been. I thought Fred Warner actually had, if he had recognized he could have actually gotten in there. And what was interesting is that on the following drive, they make an adjustment, and Tua went to go and throw to Sherfield again in a similar area, and Fred tipped the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And then, granted, this was after they pulled Tua at the very end of the game. Fred finally got his pick over the middle in a similar situation where we had that. It wasn't Sherfield that time, but had a receiver downfield that was being covered over the middle by Warner, and he combination of the pass rush, and he just took the ball. So I'm seeing this defense really come into its own. And with the addition of Armstead, I think they could actually steamroll some teams.
Tony, I want to get your reaction to this as well, because I think I saw something that was pointed out. Most of Tua's damage is done to the left side. Do you know, he's left-handed. It's interesting that the 49ers knew to take that side of the field away from him and make him throw the other side. That's DeMeco, isn't it?
Yeah, well, okay. So 2 things. He was under pressure all day, so he had to get the ball out quickly. He was missing his tackles, so there's a lot going on there. But Tyreek Hill could still do whatever he wanted to do against us, and
did.
Thinking about, it had a great game, but not enough to win. But still had a really good game. If you look back at a lot of the Niners' more disappointing losses, like last year, against Tennessee, or years in the Super Bowl run year against the Atlanta Falcons, last year against Tennessee when A.J. Brown took over. In those games, there's a dominant wide receiver that the 49ers don't have a coverage answer for. And so Tyreek was kind of doing his thing, being a superior athlete, getting open, making all those plays. Yes, there was a coverage bust on the deep touchdown, but Tyreek, his speed is
it's always going to be a problem. They did nullify Waddle, though, and I was impressed with that. Tony, we're going to run out of time, unfortunately. I'll see you. Get back here Wednesday if you got some time. I know you're a busy guy. So, but if you do, please, we're looking for you.
Thanks so much, Ronbo. We'll do. Aloha.
Aloha. Thanks, Tony. And stay out of Mauna Loa's way. All right. Night, Tony. Hey, yo, Alice. Alice.
Yo, Ronbo.
That's another remarkable invitation. You kill me. You got to put all those on a compilation. You got to put all those on a compilation for us.
You talking about the Baker?
It's Baker. Because I just imagined, you have my imagination going wild. There's Baker down the other end of the 49ers locker room, unfortunately. And there's Nick, who just cannot wrap himself around this whole thing and protested from the right beginning until they talked him into it. And there's Nick hiding in the corners. Baker.
Yeah, you don't hear. You don't. yeah, you just hear him. You don't see him. You know what I mean? And Baker's looking around like, you know.
And like the commercials, all of a sudden Nick flies through the camera and takes Baker down in the locker room.
Right. Bam,
bam, hitting all of them against the lockers and everything. Well,
like those Campbell's Chunky soup commercials. You know what I mean? They used to be violent. You know, shit. They should have did a commercial with that one. That would have been fire. Anyway, maybe if hypothetically he comes on the team, then they could do something like that. You know,
it'll be real. They just keep the cameras running in the locker room.
Yeah, get along and get a check in the process. Anyway, but yeah, I'm not big on the Baker. I'm big on the Baker thing. I don't like his attitude, like a lot of other guys are saying. He seems to be somebody that would probably trigger somebody on the offense or defense, and then he'd be getting pounded. So,
oh yeah,
it just doesn't seem like
during practice.
Yeah, I think he's likable when he's winning, but when he's losing, he doesn't maintain his leadership. You know, takes a dive if he really, you know, even has that about him. It's just kind of
he's got that small man complex. Baker's pissed off all the time. You can tell. When there's media conferences, he dares them to ask him the wrong question. You can tell.
Yeah, we're not feeling that. You know, he's got that Zach Wilson energy. But anyway, yeah, man. But look, I hear people talking about how the defense is not good on Miami.
What?
Them boys was playing.
Yeah. People said downgrading Miami's offense or defense.
Some people defense. Some people. I just heard a few people, not a lot of people, because
there's always going to be those.
They're a good damn defense. That boy Christian Wilkins, they were calling his name the whole damn game.
I mean, every snap.
The commentators.
Damn. We could not do nothing with
Christian Wilkins. I was talking about him, Jalen Phillips. You know, I didn't hear Melvin Ingram, so maybe he wasn't playing, but you know, they had Nick Chubb and Javon Holland.
Give more respect to that though, Ellis, because here's the thing: Chubb and Ingram were not busy all day. It was Wilkins. He was the biggest problem we had. Every now and then you heard about Ingram got in a couple of plays, but not many. I didn't go back and see how many tackles they got each.
Yeah,
because you got to deal with Trent Williams on one side, but Mike McDaniel, who never gets any of our love, must have been doing a half-ass job at least.
Yeah, and you know this is his first crack at it, you know, as a head coach. So, you know, I think McDaniel wanted this so bad because he didn't want to be a part of the Suns. You know, he didn't want to be Kyle's third son. Yeah, he didn't want to be. You know what I mean?
Well,
between McVay, LaFleur, and now McDaniel, you know what I mean? It's, you know, Kyle's got many children now.
You gotta laugh.
Alice,
have you ever studied martial art? You know, my Master Yu, with Taekwondo, I said, Master Yu, we used to like spar. He used to call us out and spar with us every now and then. And you think you got Master Yu, and all of a sudden he would do something you've never seen before. And he says, you know, I always keep his accent was fun. I always keep something in my back pocket. And, okay. I said, Master Yu, but I saw that. And it's part of my repertoire now. That's what Kyle Shanahan does. Y'all ain't gonna know everything.
Yeah.
And Mike's been with him for how many years? Oh.
Shit, 15 did they say? Was it 15 years or 12, 13, 14? Over a decade. You know what I'm saying? So that was really good, though. That was a really that was great. And Kyle making that adjustment on the fly, after what happened to Jimmy. This is honestly, after seeing how Jimmy was playing, I was thinking like, damn, this is going to be like a storybook, kind of ending. Jimmy takes us to the Super Bowl, we win one. He can go off into the sunset, or if they were to re-sign him, so be it. But I'm just kind of like,
it would have been a better ending.
See
than
it
this
happen
one.
like,
yeah.
To see it happen like this, it is honestly, I never said I was a Jimmy hater. You know what I mean? I didn't always have the best thing to say, but it was constructive criticism, and it was the obvious.
Yeah, it was
but
never
I always
just,
gave
just,
his
just
credit.
hating. Yeah, I always appreciate you for that too. Yeah.
And he was playing really well, Ronbo. So it's really kind of crazy now, because now it's all on Brock. That's a lot of pressure for the young guy, and so
But
I'm
he doesn't
hoping
seem
he's
like
able to,
he's flappered by it. He just looks calm as can be.
frazzled. Yeah, he's not frazzled. Definitely. No, and that's a good thing. We just need him to improve on some certain things when it comes to getting that ball out, and I think he will as the time progresses. You get better with time. You get better with these NFL reps. That is, you know what I mean.
Exactly.
He played a lot of college ball. He started off 4 years or whatever. He played a lot of games, so
and not the practice squad. I want to see him out there, taking first string reps. I'll bet he's a lot better than we even can imagine. I just get that feeling about him. We'll see.
Yeah, he was moving the ball around, putting it into different guys' hands and stuff, and trying to make some things happen. He's doing really good at moving out of the pocket. Just that one time when he spun into that sack, he just got to get a little bit better with his hitches when he moves left to right and not turn around and try to run in a circle. Or I think he should maintain and keep his eyes defense coming in, and he should he should hitch more and move left to right, forward, and not turn his back to the defense when he's in pressured situations, because then you don't know once you turn away if I turn left or right. He can get cleaned up. You know what I mean?
Ellis, we got to pull up. I'll look for you Wednesday. Always can't wait to hear what you got to say. And we'll see you then. All right.
Yeah, I appreciate it, family. Thank you for the platform as always, man.
My pleasure.
Great team win. And we'll see what happens. I see that Buccaneers are barely won by 1 point, so they got their work cut out for them next week.
Oh yeah,
they better come to play. Tom Brady will get picked off. We will have at least one interception.
And he is going to go down at least twice. So,
I say 3. But anyway, hit that like, subscribe, man. You know where you at.
Shout out to the squad.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, man. Wipe your feet. Shout out to the faithful, man. Much love.
I know. Great night, fam. Hey, Steven and Rome.
What's going on, Rob?
Glock Purdy. I like that. Sounds good, especially if he starts really shooting them down. He's going to get sharper as the weeks go by. It's like we're pointing out now how he narrowly missed shots. Steven, I say 2 weeks from now, watch Purdy. We're going to find out. Steven, your feelings on this time. We got another quarterback, and if you were like me last night, you had to have several drinks to stop crying, like I did. And, we might not be in trouble. I don't want to see the season go to waste. We got too good of a defense. They deserve better, But go ahead.
We got a lot more to worry about, Ronbo.
What's that?
But first of all, I want to start off with some good news. I mean, when Brock Purdy got drafted and we saw him in the preseason, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I was the first one to really say this kid is something special, because when we saw what he did in preseason and what he did when Jimmy got subbed out for every time we took like a huge lead on the team, I always vouched for Brock Purdy. I said, watch. I even said it when we drafted him. I said, watch. Brock Purdy's going to do better than Jimmy and Trey. So far, he has shown to play better than Trey and that has a better QB awareness than Jimmy. I mean, did you see the dart he threw down the middle to George Kittle on a third?
And the dude had him.
3rd and 21.
When he just got blasted and he let that ball go just in time. Oh, that was impressive.
Mm-hmm. I've got high hopes in Brock Purdy. And I will say again.
Steven, one question.
Go ahead.
Who was that guy that Brock beat out that was trying to win a job as a third guy?
He was on
the tall guy.
Sudfeld. Nate.
What? Nate Sudfeld?
Sudfeld?
Yeah, Sudfeld.
Nate Sudfeld.
See, there were people who said, "Oh man, Why they should have kept Sudfeld. I said, why would you say that? Did Sudfeld show you any real reason? And I don't know who Brock Purdy is, but I did see him be very aggressive out there. Sudfeld can go. I mean, it was true. They did the right thing.
Ronbo.
Yeah.
When Brock Purdy beat out Sudfeld, and I think Josh Rosen.
Yeah. Oh, Rosen got beat out by
was a
Sudfeld.
Former first rounder.
Yeah.
Yep. And then he also beat out Nate Sudfeld, who I think was a starting QB for the Eagles at one point.
Well, short-lived, but yeah.
Yeah. But and I also want to mention too is that this kid, for what it's worth, has always been practicing closer to Jimmy, while Trey got special reps because he was a mobile QB and he was executed as a mobile QB. That's a different topic for another day.
No, you're right. You're right. I forgot. That's who he was hanging out with because Trey was overtaking the ones, and Jimmy and Nate were over having conversations and throwing back and forth. And that's right. You're right.
So I see a lot of 2017, 2016, 2019 Jimmy inside Brock Purdy. No.
True.
Again, unfortunately, our offensive line let us down yet again by killing our QB. And I think it was on the left side, so shame on you, Trent Williams, and whoever's on the left with you. But like I said, we got bigger things to worry about. That bigger thing is, Ronbo, is the fact that Tavares Ward sprained his knee. Tavares Ward sprained his knee, and he's out for 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, every guy that we have that gets injured, you can bet on it, he's going to get injured again. These are we got guys that are chronically always ill. We're lucky George Kittle's still upright too. Oh, why did I even say that? Anyway, this is the way it goes with our team.
Yeah, and then Hassan Ridgeway out for 3 to 4 weeks with a pec strain.
Yep.
Who else? Oh yeah, Nick Bosa with a
he's got a hamstring
aggravated
irritation.
Hamstring.
Yeah, that's going to always be a problem.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll see how that.
But I do have some good news.
What's that?
I do have some good news. They said Jimmy's broken foot isn't as bad as it seems. So.
Yeah, I wonder what they mean by that. They're having somebody else look at it. Well, who was looking at it in the first place?
Yeah, and the fact that they carted him off the field but let him walk the rest of the way down the photo kind of tells me he might just have.
We don't have enough gas. Jimmy, can you get off here?
We're running out of gas, Jimmy. Can you walk? I know you broke your foot, Ronbo.
But the price of gas is getting a little crazy. So help us out here. Yeah, he jogged off the field too, which is strange.
Yeah. That's the weird part. That's why I'm like, this dude probably fractured something really minor, and they just wanted to take him out just in case.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. That's what I think. I think we can all agree as a fan base. We thought that Jimmy G broke his ankle.
The camera,
because ankles don't bend that way.
I mean, right?
Yeah.
And all the way like that. Oh, that hurt. It should be swollen up like a watermelon today.
But you know what, Ronbo? Like I said, I got faith in Brock Purdy because the boy has been playing QB.
I know, right?
All throughout his college season. He's been playing before then too, as well.
We may be excited and screaming next week. Yeah.
Because
I want to be able to say,
he connected with Deebo Samuel.
Oh, I can't wait to have those moments.
I think this is the QB. I hate to say it, I think this is the QB that Kyle Shanahan really wanted.
They said
because
even if they would have drafted him last, he was definitely going to be picked up. Yeah.
Like, why would I ask everyone this? Why was Brock Purdy drafted to begin with, knowing that we had Trey Lance and Jimmy G and a backup QB behind them?
I see. That's what I'm talking about. Kyle's always got mysteries going on, you know? Fam, we got to go, though. Stephen, always fun to talk to you. We'll see you Wednesday, and let's get some more conspiracy theories going. I love theories.
I'll see you Wednesday, Ronbo.
Looking forward to it. Give my best to Little Rome. All right, fam. Yeah, Kyle, man. Kyle could have a TV show. Try to figure out this evening what give it one of the virtual reality show. Kyle will give you a series of clips, and you try to figure out what is Kyle Shanahan hiding. Because these scouts always cloak and daggering us. I don't know what he's talking about. And what he's saying is not exactly what he means. There's always some connection to it. Oh, no. Here he comes. A man from L.A., the one they have lost their way, but one of my favorite Rams fans. He is the marketing pro.
Yo, Ronbo, what it do, player. The show's on fire, just like Matthew Dimes' Stafford Super Bowl championship. I'm loving it tonight.
Listen, I saw your boy standing on the sideline. He looked all pissed off. I was watching part of that game when you guys were making me mad, losing to the Hawks. You almost had the game. But anyway, they got the camera
I'm
trained
actually
on Matthew.
glad, Ronbo, we saved Stafford because we got a bunch of McGlinchies out there. They're scrub blockers. But next year, let me tell you, even McVay said, man, I made a mistake not running Elkins earlier. That dude's going to be a beast. And we got Robinson coming back. We got Van Flash Jefferson, Cooper, Rice, Cup coming back, Triple Crown champ.
Marketing Pro, listen, you're talking about that offensive line now. Are you bringing notebook, Bam? What are you going to do about the offensive? What do you think you can do about the offensive line?
We lost like half of our best blockers on IR. It wasn't that Robinson couldn't get open. The routes didn't have enough time to develop. The pocket was collapsing. Only reason our season ended. However, I got some good news for you, Ronbo. I know you're a Jimmy G guy. That injury is not as severe as expected. I was looking at a lot of these blogs. The doctors will confirm it through tests, but they suspect it's not as bad as expected. And Kyle on the presser today, he's a mind game player, and he said Jimmy will be back. But the tonality he used, I had a feeling he probably already knew it wasn't as bad. So don't be surprised if Jimmy G sneaks back on that field in the playoffs.
Well, one thing I do know is they've taken off the final diagnosis on that from what Kyle was saying today. It seems it's not as bad. I'm surprised though Kyle shared that with the media because, the media's going to put all kind of spin on it. They're going to add all kind of diatribes to it that don't need to be necessary just to get fans going on it. And then later on we'll find out something else. Kyle Shanahan, I'm telling you, the dude, I sometimes I wish Kyle would just let John Lynch talk because he gets people all stirred up and going in the wrong directions. So we'll see. And we found out because
the way he said we found Jimmy G will be. He literally said, I think he slipped. He said Jimmy G will be back, but the way he said it, he made it sound like it wasn't bad as it looked. So we'll see about that. But
there's three different ways to take that.
Kyle's Kyle.
Yeah, because there's three ways to take that, like you said, and also, what do you mean be back? Are you going to re-sign him? What do you mean be back? Or do you mean he'll just be back as far as his health goes?
Exactly. And now,
what are you talking about?
Now, let me tell these knuckleheads in the chat. It was Jed York and these guys leaking that report. They were happy and willing to sign Jimmy just on Sunday before his injury. Mm-hmm. I'm sure you saw that rumor or leak report.
It was running everywhere.
And who you think released that? Of course, Kyle did. It's all a game. That's all we're doing.
Kyle, Kyle's, and every time you ask him a question, he never gives a straight answer. Kyle would be, if in a criminal organization, they could never find him guilty. Kyle could be a monster.
See, Kyle learned from his big brother, Super Bowl champion McVay.
I know. Does McVay talk in riddles and rhymes too?
McVay, he just knows how to get it done. And, I'm sure he's talking to Kyle like, hey, Kyle, you can look at the Super Bowl trophy I got for motivation. But I'll tell you what, they're going to release that Jimmy G report. I suspect it's not going to be as bad because the doctors are saying that. If Jimmy sneaks back on that field, you guys should win the Lombardi. But with Purdy, I'm sorry, player. I'm sorry. Purdy, I like all that wishful thinking. But he got that little man syndrome. You know that little guy in the gym now he's sticking his chest out
and putting more plates on the bar that he can handle, and hoping everybody sees him.
Yeah.
Listen, you know what? The thing is about Brock Purdy though is you can tell he actually has skills. Market Pro, I'm telling you right now, he's going to surprise you. Give me another 2 weeks. Watch, see.
We'll see, man. We'll see. You know how you stop Purdy? I'll tell you already. You take away the crossers. You bet on him to beat you on the throw. You stack the box. That's where the test is going to come in, and that's what teams are going to do to Purdy.
4 years of school. He's seen that. I'm telling you, he remains calm. He just needs to play with the ones to get his timing down.
He got that dog in him, though. He does. I mean, that touchdown pass to McCaffrey, Trent Williams was even laughing how he was the little guy was puffing his chest out. You know what I mean? So
he's got to have that. Hey, we got to go, Marketing Pro. If you got time, I'll be back Wednesday. All right.
You know, hey, Rams Nation all day, and you scrubs in the chat better recognize.
Good night, Marketing Pro. Let me go back to my dog. Hey, yo, Howard. Howard. There he is. Howard, because yesterday we had to cut it short. Did you leave anything out you wanted to add as we sit here and we're entertaining and padding our hopes that Brock Purdy can continue to work and gain some juice? Because I figure, you know what? I'm looking at him like what we've seen. You know what? Let that boy get some work with the ones. Them little shots that he barely missed Debo and a couple of those other shots, he's got it in him. Let's see what he does. So, we're going to find out. What are you thinking?
Yeah, man. Let the Brock party commence.
We got all kind of names for him already. Yeah, Glock Purdy and the Brock Purdy party. I love it.
The Brock party, baby.
Yeah.
You got to rock with the Brock.
There it is, and there's that.
Rock with Brock. You know what I'm saying? But
you Brock your world.
All the chicks are gonna be like, "Oh my God, he's so Brockolicious."
Oh my God, Howard, you went too far.
Yo,
let me rinse my
man.
mouth out. Go ahead, man.
Yo, he looked like my boy. He looked like my boy from the Chicago PD. Yo, was it Halstead? I think it was. He looked like him.
Yeah, Brock looks like a lot of them football movies where the teen quarterback, the big man on the campus.
Yeah,
there's usually a bully and bothering people, or even the Transformers.
Yeah.
That dude that was picking on what's his name in the first episode, kind of he's that guy. He's got that face that looks like that guy, kind of guy. But go ahead, fam.
Yeah, he like a guy. Yeah, real. He's like one of those scrubs guys.
Yeah. Most on campus, hanging out with his boys, making fun of everybody that's not a football player. Yeah.
But yeah, man, he did what he was supposed to do, man. He came in here, he didn't lose the game. You know what I'm saying? Everything was all good. That's all you expect from a guy that comes in and relief of the quarterback who was starting. That's it.
Yeah.
You know?
And keep it going.
But he actually looked really good. He made a lot of really good throws. The George Kittle throw was excellent. Like,
I was surprised. And it had some velocity on it. And he was under extreme stress.
He knew Phillips was coming. They brought the whole kitchen sink, everything. They do everything at him on that play.
So if Tom thinks he's going to blitz, that's right. If they think they're going to blitz him next week and try to punk him like a rookie, he is a rookie. But you know what? I don't know if you can punk him. He's got 4 years. You know, so this should be interesting.
Yeah, I think they're going to do that. They're going to mix it up more. I mean, Todd Bowles is like a heavy blitz guy, but I think he sees that he can throw against the blitz, so he may mix it up.
As long as you got McCaffrey,
make it look like a zero coverage and then drop guys back.
And he did against several formations that most rookies can't. It takes a second to process for even a vet, but rookies take even longer. Brock was out there dealing. I said, okay. I started getting a little more relaxed after about the first few minutes.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, here's the thing. He played in a pro-style offense. He's played on the center. He could see everything. He knows the matchups. Something that we rarely see Jimmy do. He didn't take care of. He didn't take advantage of some of those matchups that you would see. That we eventually see a guy wide open. Brock sees it. He knows how to just say, all right, I'm gonna pick this side. Boom. The use check side where he threw the touchdown, those flat touchdown, it was easy. It was a clear out route.
Yeah. You just gotta time that
clear.
shot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy. It was just easy for him. Like he sees it.
But Juice made it look even more special. That drop a knee into this dude's neck. I loved it. I've never seen Juice go airborne like that. That was fabulous. Damn, Juice.
He was trying
what's
to
wrong with you?
Like he was about to jump off the top rope and hit him with a friggin' big boot.
You know?
Hit him with a knee.
Juice said, I'm coming in. Y'all can get in the way if you want to, but I'm coming in. Up in the air and down.
Yes. Jordan Mason, man, needs more carries.
He does. Way more.
He needs
I want
more
to see
carries.
that double this week. I agree.
He
Come on,
was
Kyle.
looking really good.
Howard, he did that.
Yeah, man,
he did that
especially
to Elijah too. My best running back is Elijah Mitchell, and you saw yesterday. But he's still running Christian McCaffrey between tackles. Christian McCaffrey's so much more effective in other jobs, Kyle. Run your running back who can dominate in there, and stop risking McCaffrey before you get him hurt.
Yes, sir.
If we were sitting down with Howard, if we were sitting down with Kyle right now, he'd tell us, "Listen, guys, I think I've been doing this a little longer than you have, and I think I know what I'm doing." Kyle!
Yeah. You know he's gonna say that crap.
Yeah.
You already know.
God. Howard, let me tell you what. We're looking for you Wednesday. It's not a program without Howard. I thought we missed you. We came by the first time he was busy, but I'll see you Wednesday.
All right, Playboy. All right, boy.
All right, Night, Howard.
All right, peace.
God. Harry Chickens, I know what you're trying to do. There's certain of you that have an agenda. Your stupid statements are not bothering me. Trust me, okay? Just keep them going. All you're doing is exposing your ignorance, okay? Hey, Tony.
Ronbo, good evening. How are you?
Tony, I'm telling you right now, I think that, Tony, and I know you saw it. I didn't see it until I saw the highlights. I wasn't able to watch the Falcons-Pittsburgh game. What was that? Who was that got just embarrassed and mangled and manhandled in front of everybody by that Pittsburgh running back? That straight arm. He just first he took him and off of me, and then he threw him into the dirt. I said, "Oh, that was uncalled for." Oh my God!
I think of our strong safety, Jalen Hawkins.
I felt bad for him.
Yeah.
I said, "My God."
Yeah, it's football. Always, it's part of football.
If I was at safety, though, I'd be looking, I can't wait till we play them again. He going to disrespect me like that in front of all these people? Oh.
Yeah. And I don't know if your quarterback, Brock Purdy, started as a freshman. I don't know.
He played
he's a 4-year guy.
Yeah.
But Iowa State went 8-4 his freshman year.
Ooh.
His sophomore year, they went 7-5. His junior year, the COVID year, they were 7-5, and they made the Big 12 championship, which they lost.
Hey,
he was starting then.
He's
that was junior year.
And Kyle was probably watching. He was probably a big fan the whole time.
Yep. They lost the Big 12 championship his junior year, but they beat Oregon in the bowl game, 34-17 his junior year.
He's a winner, isn't he?
Yep, he's a winner. And in his senior year, they were 7-5. They lost to Clemson in their bowl game, but check out the score, Ronbo. You know Clemson's a powerhouse, right?
You did say Clemson. You said Clemson. SEC.
Yeah, Clemson. Last year. But guess what the score was?
And he beat them?
It was close, 20-13.
Damn. I didn't know we had here. We may have here more than people know. He didn't get drafted only because of his size then.
Yep, they beat Oregon his junior year. They made the Big 12 championship. They lost to Oklahoma 27-21. Another close game with him at quarterback. And then they beat Oregon in the bowl game. And then last year, 2021, his senior year, they went 7-5, and they lost to Clemson 20-13. So the guy's got skills.
All he needs is work with the ones this week, which I'm looking forward to. Hopefully, get a little extra time in. And his timing was just a little off, but just a little, not much. He was a little behind Debo.
I like his arm. He's got a strong arm.
It's lively. I saw that. I didn't know how far he could throw it, but I knew he had zip on his pass. So, yeah. And Tony,
So,
I like
Ronbo,
about
you
that
can't
kind of
be
quarterback,
laughing.
that size makes him hella determined on every play.
Yep. I was laughing about an hour ago in your comment. You said Cam Newton closed the door, did not need.
Anybody, he can knock all he wants to. Ain't nobody listen.
Exactly.
Somebody need to holler out the window. Get away from that door.
He's doing podcasts anyway, Ronbo. He's doing podcasts.
Cam doesn't need to play football. And besides, all these other guys they mentioned too. Drew Brees, all those guys were done. When they finished, they were completely done. They can't play. They didn't quit because they couldn't.
If Baker Mayfield, forget about it.
Nobody way. Mayfield. Mayfield's a locker room cancer. That's why I wonder why the Panthers just threw him out. Because he said something about Darnold starting. I'll bet you anything about it. He walked in, listen, you guys brought me over here to sit behind a guy like Sam Darnold. Excuse me? No, I mean really. I mean, I could just see he's that kind of guy. I just know it.
Yep, he's probably done unless he goes to Canada. Maybe they have a job for him up there.
Baker needs to learn how to get along with people. You can't,
But he wants to make it all about him, Ronbo, and that's not a good leader.
Yeah. Tony, remember who he went before in that year's draft? He was number 1 pick in the draft. And there were some other big names in that draft. Was it Lamar in that draft? Who else?
I don't remember. Wasn't Sam Darnold in that draft?
No, Darnold was already in New York. You might be right. I can't remember.
He was just over-evaluated, Ronbo, because
there it is. Over-evaluated. I mean, he's just way over-evaluated. He looked good at Oklahoma, though.
Well, you know the Cleveland Browns. Who did they draft? They drafted Johnny Manziel, Baker Mayfield,
Money Manziel, fam.
And Ronbo, do you remember Brandon Wheaton out of Oklahoma State? They drafted. Remember him, the quarterback?
I don't remember this name.
Yep.
They had picks to blow every year, Tony. The Browns were at the
Brady
top.
Quinn.
Yeah, I remember that.
Brady Quinn. Yep.
They were at the top of the draft every year. The top of the draft, usually 4 or 5 picks in the first round. They were the worst team every year for years. I was crying in the draft every year. I said, oh, man, the Browns picked. Oh, the Browns get him too? Every year for years. And we were struggling over in San Francisco. I mean, we had Tom Sula going. We had Chip Kelly. And I'm watching the Browns pick up everybody that's anybody out of college. And they're still losing.
I tell you what, Ronbo, just like in preseason, that preseason game in Jacksonville where Deshaun Watson looked horrible. He looked horrible Sunday.
Didn't he?
He
got booed.
Yeah, well, yeah, where they were playing at Houston. So you got to earn that money, man. You better get better because they paying him a lot of money.
200 mil, right? All guaranteed.
He's a lot of time, yeah. He was throwing balls in the dirt just like he was in preseason.
I saw that. I was shocked.
I'm like, man, this time, because I know he's practiced and all this, but you got to get strong. As a matter of fact, didn't the defense score 2 touchdowns?
Yeah, the dude threw the ball. They tipped it up in the air and took it and ran into the end zone. Yeah. I saw that one.
2 touchdowns by the defense and the kickoff return for a touchdown.
Yeah,
and a field goal. That was all it was. The offense scored nothing.
Yeah, Deshaun didn't. Yeah, he looks like he hadn't played in it's been 2 years, right?
Better get it together. Better get it together real quick. I think with the Falcons, we're at the point now. We're on our bye week. It's time to go ahead and put Desmond Ridder in there because we're out of it. Put him in there. Let the young man play these last 4 games, and let's see what he's got.
And the bad thing is, Tony, had the Saints not wimped all the way out today, you guys will still be in the running, because that means another L in the Bucks loss club. They're in front with what, 5-5 or 6-6? What do they got? 6-6. How many
Yeah,
games
it's
did the Bucks?
6-6, but
Yeah.
But I don't think we still would have gotten Ronbo because our division record's the worst. We got the worst division record than Carolina. We're 1-3 in the division, and we still got Tampa and New Orleans again. So no, I don't think we were going anyway.
Well, at least you got, in that case, now it's time to look forward to that you can start talking about your picks for next season and get all excited about that.
I'm looking forward. I want to see Desmond Ridder. It's time. Put him in there.
All right.
That dude's a winner.
He looked good in preseason.
And yeah, he did. And Ronbo, y'all got a big game on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all got to follow that back by a bigger game on Thursday.
I know, right?
Next Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tony, it's going to be a fun week. Tony, I'll talk to you Wednesday. Hope you got some time for us.
Yes, sir. I will be hollering at you Wednesday.
All right.
And I heard Markin is slowing. I couldn't stop laughing at him.
The dude,
was saying next caller.
He is a comedy club, boy. He came in here and tried to convince us that they're coming back strong next year. Markin, you ain't got no picks, so you got no money. That's why I like that guy. Hey, all right, Tony. I'll see you Wednesday.
I'll see you, sir.
All right. And the Big Show says, hey, did CMC say Mayfield was a cancer? Nope. Plus, he has playoff experience more than Johnson. Well, Johnson never gets to. Show, that's not saying anything. Johnson doesn't get to play because he never gets. Do you really trust Johnson? Kyle said he was a fan of Mayfield. I heard him say that. Show, you may get your wish come true. I don't know. Let's see. But I tell you what, Show. Thanks for the conversation, by the way, Show. If Purdy looks like a complete basket case, you may get your wish. Mayfield, if we are honest, he probably looks like the best person running around out there without a job. But I'm gonna tell you, Show. I would tell Baker, listen, Baker. Listen, I don't want you to take this the wrong way. I'm gonna sign you for the rest of the season with incentives. And listen, before you say anything, lose that famous temper of yours. This is the reason why, and I give him some substantial reasoning why he's only going to play for the rest of the remainder of this season. I'm not keeping him beyond January and February. That's it. Get out of here, because I know you, and I'm not. I respect your skills as a quarterback, but I'm not. I was just being honest with you up front. You're not staying here, so there's no point in you finding it. We'll pay for a hotel for you to stay in the entire time you're here. So you don't have to waste any money on renting a place unless you just want to stay in the Bay Area. I don't like him, Show. I just don't. Anyway, hey, Hayden.
Hey, Ronbo. Okay, let's just start right away. No Mayfield. Okay, listen, Big Show. Do you know what Nick Bosa, if he's alone in the locker room with Mayfield, will do to him? I don't think people understand how big that rivalry is. The moment Mayfield planted that flag into the middle of that that will never get past Nick Bosa. I don't care if he acts like he does. Okay, if we sign Mayfield, I feel like that will be the biggest mistake in Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch and all those guys, because I feel like Nick Bosa will lose it, and then our locker room will turn into a mess. So, no, rock with
because people start taking sides.
See what he can do.
Mayfield may have a couple of people that may like him, but the 90% of the locker room will be with Nick. 95%. What am I saying? He may get 2%.
Listen, he's good, but I'm
guy is an a-hole, Hayden. You know what? That won't fly.
Yeah,
I know.
I know. And Purdy, he doesn't know the playbook. What is Mayfield just going to come in here and know the playbook right away? Come on, guys. Let's be real. It's like they got Johnson, and then let's sign Drew Brees. Oh my God.
Brees left because he couldn't play anymore. He knew his time was up.
Guys, and think about that. Purdy came in when he was with the scout team that whole week. Wait till he gets. See, people don't get it. And he came in and played great.
Tell him, hey, I think you'll like Purdy a little better come Sunday and Thursday. I really do.
And people were all confused. God, why did this guy look so calm? Because he, even though he's a rookie, has one of the most experience as a rookie because he played all 4 years starter.
And you heard what Tony just said. He's been under a lot of duress often. So he knows what pressure like and everything else. He's seen everything.
So it's like, yeah, he's a rookie, but like, he's not it's not like he's like, just getting thrown into the wolves. My only fear, he doesn't care if he gets hit. He'll kind of lean into it. He's like a tough, like brave. That's my one fear about this guy. Like one hit, he kind of just doesn't really care if he gets hit. But when you're getting hit with the big NFL guys and you're a little bit smaller,
especially a little bit smaller.
That's my one fear.
Ask Kyler Murray about that.
That's my one.
Yeah.
Because if he goes down, I'm telling you right now, this season's over.
Yeah, because
Brock Purdy goes down.
Yeah, it's not going to be able to.
Yeah, I mean, you could write off a first round playoff. We would lose in the.
I just realized I forgot to remind Marketing Pro how grateful those teams are in Detroit for their position in the draft. Hey, Marketing Pro, you guys got another game or two to lose, and they're going to be celebrating hardcore in Detroit. Don Burr, there you go. Oh, God. Oh, and you know what? Hayden, the Hawks are going to get a nice first-round pick as well.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, wait. Wait, stop. The Remia Sports says, here is the restore. Wait. Here to restore order. Rams have second, fourth, 2 6th-round picks and more 6th-round picks. Compensational picks for the agents lost. The NFL salary cap is going up, and Rams restructuring contracts to get more. Rudy, if I didn't know better, I'd say you were working in the front office doing all these manipulations. You sound positive. I'll keep holding on to that. You're going to need that. Still, that pick is gone for the next how many years?
I feel like Purdy's going to do good, Ronbo. I feel like
I do too.
People are going to be very surprised.
People
are going to be very surprised.
He looks like he has potential.
He's not Nick. Okay, people are like, oh,
Nick
that's
Mullins.
Every backup. He has one good game, and then no, this isn't.
We got to wait. And that's a good point. Nick did have a great game 2 or 3 times. Let's see if Brock can do that against this week. Even if we lose, if Brock looked good while we were losing, I'll be happy about that because I know we'll win immediately Thursday.
Ronbo.
I'm listening.
Brady, he clutched at the end, but if he scores 17 points on the Saints,
yeah. Oh yeah.
Come on. I mean, let's be real. Nick Bosa is going to send him into the retirement home.
I know.
I'm going to be honest.
And Eric Armstrong's going to feel much more healthy.
He's going to hit him a few times. And Brady's going to be like, I don't like being hit anymore. I don't want to be divorced anymore. Can we get back to the family?
Brady starts picking up all his personal problems.
That's what Nick Bosa is going to do.
Let me see you Wednesday, okay?
I'll see you Wednesday, Ronbo.
All right. Night, Hayden.
Bye.
And the Big Show says that justifies my argument, though. When Purdy goes down, you'd rather have Johnson? Big Show, you're talking about bringing I don't know about bringing him in for a backup. If you brought in Baker as a backup, I know they're all professionals. I don't want him in the Santa Clara city limits if we can avoid that, okay? Show, we'll be okay. Oh, here comes Rudy. Sorry, Niner fans. Clearly this ain't the year either. Hey, Merrick.
Hey, Ronbo. Been a
Merrick.
minute.
Go ahead. Hi, Merrick. Merrick, we're sitting here. We're going back and forth between Brock Purdy's potential and Big Show, and of course Baker Mayfield is a part of the conversation. Do we need Baker Mayfield?
I would say it's a yes and no answer. I don't want him to start, but I think he would be a better backup than Josh Johnson or whoever.
Well, yeah.
At least Baker Mayfield has more on-field experience than Josh Johnson.
You would think after how many years? Johnson's been around for over a decade?
But
him and
how much of that's been playing time and how much of that's just been bench warming?
Sitting down, I know, in practice squatting. Okay, I'll give it this. Mayfield can play. You know, he took a team to the playoffs, and he had a great with a team that's structured a lot like ours. Baker just has personality issues that I can't imagine getting loose in that locker room. You know, I don't know if it would have any effect on it, or if Kyle would have that conversation with him as he got. Listen, Baker, you're kind of, and I'll be honest with you, you're kind of notorious for rubbing people the wrong way. Now, we have a serene and very compatible. Everybody loves each other in our locker room. Now, can you go in there and segue in smoothly and become a part of that, or can I trust you, or what? And Baker's going to lie and say, "Oh, come on, man, I'm not a monster." Well, we've heard otherwise. Can you see that conversation? I'm saying, I want to know, can he come in and get along with people? Don't go in there making waves. That's why he got booted. I mean, he signed a contract and everything, Merrick. How the hell did he get cut out of Carolina? He did something.
Well, from what I heard, he requested his release.
And they didn't hesitate to let him have it.
He was going to be the third string quarterback behind Darnold and I think PJ Walker, yeah.
Hey, that guy PJ Walker was pretty good too. Baker can't get any respect, can he? Cleveland, Carolina. That's hilarious. I'd almost feel sorry for him, but he brings some of this on himself. Baker's got a bad karma rolling around him.
Yeah. I'm hoping that if we did sign him, which I don't think we will, I think he'll probably go to the Rams or something. But I'm hoping that yes. our coaching staff could keep his ego in check.
Marketing Pro, I wish I would have asked you about that earlier. God. No,
But Ronbo, how do you feel about Brock Purdy being our QB the rest of the season?
The jury's still out here. I was impressed with his composure last week. Now I want to see. He's going to go against another tough defense this week. We'll see. I was impressed by the guy's almost like ice water running through his veins. He looked to me so composed. I saw him get mad at himself a couple of times. He did not for making a throw that he's a guy who thinks everything should be perfect. I like that about him. And he's going to work hard to make sure that happens. Baker Mayfield, God, Brock has not had a lot of work with the ones. He's not had a lot of reps. He came in looking very interestingly good for a guy that hasn't had enough work. I hope Kyle gets him a lot of reps this week with the ones. And I hope some of the guys want to stay late and get some more practice in. We may have something here. I didn't know his history. Tony ran that down to me. I was kind of shocked.
Yeah, one thing I don't get is why people will want to bring back Kaepernick but not Baker.
See,
I don't get why people still want to bring back Cap. He hasn't played football in 6 years.
It has been that long, hasn't it? And Harold Murillo says Lamar Jackson should be available next season. LeBron. If you're
we'd have to pay him $260 million fully guaranteed.
Well, man, see that's the thing. Guys like Dak Prescott get paid, and Dak's overpaid. Okay, I've been telling people that for a couple of years now. People want to argue, and the first thing to do is I make that point. He's better than Jimmy. I say, you know what? That's fine, but you know what? I tell you what. Right now, I'd rather Dak Prescott is one of those guys that's all smoke and mirrors. He gets with what he gets away with, but if you're going to tell me he's going to win you anything big, I bet he won't. So we'll see.
No, people these days seem to value stats and can he throw for 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns over getting wins.
And he's handing the ball off now, and the running backs pretty much are taking that franchise over. You notice that?
Yeah, Tony Pollard and Zeke.
Yeah. So we're gonna see. I can't wait. If we play the Cowboys in the playoffs, oh man,
The Cowboys, I will admit, as much as I dislike them, they do look a little scary. I mean, they put up 33 points in one quarter.
They're scary, and they've got a great defense. But, one thing you got to remember this, Merrick, when it comes to being a mighty offense, D'Amico and his gang, they are thugs. You walk into that neighborhood, and you may not walk out. They are scary. That defense of ours is just, what they did to Tua, I did not expect. Oh, my. Now, granted, Tua didn't have his offensive tackles, but I don't know if it would have been a whole lot better. It might have been a little less damage, but my God. Wait till Armstead gets a little more back into it. I give Armstead another 2 weeks, and you think Nick Bosa had a day? Wait till next week or two. Merrick, I just talked up the time.
Even though Armstead was injured.
Who?
Even though Armstead was injured, he was still very impactful. He pushed like two guys out of his way to get that fumble. So
I know. That one time I seen Eric, he had his arms out, and he was just driving his legs. And the dudes were just working him. And then all of a sudden you see this little crease for him. And if I could have boxed, I could have cropped that shot. And Nick Bosa rolls in with about 8, 9, 10 inches, just enough light for him to shoot in like a bullet, and took Tua down. It's ooh. Eric, how long did you guys work on that? My God, Nick was sitting there like waiting for that hole to open. Whew. Bam! Eric, we got to go. I'll see you Wednesday. And have a great night, okay?
All right. Last thing I'll say is if Trent Dilfer can win the Super Bowl, then we can do it with Brock Purdy.
I like that. All right. Great night there, Merrick. Oh, God. That game was fun for so many reasons. There's so many interesting things that happened in that game. I'm going to watch it for one more time before. Damn, I got to watch that again. That was a lot of good things to watch in that game. When he goes down, and then it'll go back to it when Brock comes back in. Fam, have a great night. Thanks for the contributions. Hit that like, subscribe, and get on in there and call and let us know how you feel about your San Francisco 49ers. See you Wednesday. Niners! It was T. Fluid Alley.